Hello and welcome everybody to Fight Night Lights Out Finals Week. We had 3 weeks leading up to this point to determine the seeding for who will get to have the best chance to get the biggest piece of that $10,000. I cannot wait to talk to you about it. Bringing you to action, of course, is myself and the best man on the ones and twos, the most energy you will ever hear in the FGC, Saint Cola. How you doing today, man?
Oh, you know, when you bring me in like that, I'm feeling all right because it is fight night. It is the finals night,
sir.
And I'm ready. I am so prepared. If y'all thought the action every week that we've been bringing you this King of Fighters at the highest level, the best of the U.S., has been sick with it, strap in. Get ready. Get prepared because we ain't done yet. We are here. We're at the finish line. The thing's going to stay fine. Get that guap line. But let's talk about how things are done because it's different than the normal FGC tournament.
Absolutely. We have had a 3-week lead up to this point that has been round robin style format, which has determined the seeding for the Gauntlet week. This week, they will have the last 2 seeds fight it out to determine who will go on to fight the 2nd seed, and then the last will be fighting up against the entire winner of those weeks in the 1st seed point. Teams will be playing overall best of 5 set against each other, each with individual matches being best of 3. However, every player must play against each other, but past that point, past 3 rounds at minimum of 3 people playing from the team, you can send in whoever you like. So you might try to line it up for a matchup. You might try to line it up specifically for an ace to take it all. Who knows? But it is going to be incredible because you got to put your best forward to get a piece of that $10,000.
Man, that's a lot of guap. That's a lot of dip on that chip. 10K split up today. First gets 4,000, second gets 2,400, third gets 2,000, and fourth gets a cool 1,600. All split up, but you want to be in that top spot, spicy hot with the red dot. You know what I'm saying? You want to be at that top line to stay fine, and you gotta stay fine with all these top tier competitors out here. Tell me about these teams, Ajax.
Oh, we have nothing but the best of the best right now. We have Team Justin Wong with Rome himself and basically the best in the game right now, Reynald, out there with that evil smile, of course, and then Team Kizzie Kay fighting for their lives out there. Team Kizzie Kay with AndyOCR and Rosa, the king of D himself. Team Coach Steve. Team NY coming through. Coach Steve, Yurikov, and Teiga just absolutely pulling through every single week. And then Team Content Creators. We cannot let that go. Team Jmcrofts with Diaphone and Kain. That is going to be one of the biggest teams to look at throughout this entire bracket because they have Kain accessible to them. Team Kizzie Kay was the last seed of this, so you know that they're going to be fighting. It is the final day. Even though you had them lead up, you have the ability to get back into it. But with Kain available, you might see something out of Team Jmcrofts to try and take on Team Coach Steve. How are you feeling about every match past that point, Cola? Because you got Coach Steve and you have the dominance of jwong after this entire lead up to this point. There is so much on the line for these teams with all this money. How are you feeling right now?
Man, I'm feeling like Stacks be making savages. I'm telling y'all, when you get to the finals, the end, people be feeling different. You know, I'm sorry, saying, you know, they be moving so different. You call them stranger. I honestly don't know who's going to take it because if you look at how these teams have been going and flowing, you look at how the members have been getting stronger and stronger. People were doubting Rome, said he was just a commentator. Actually, nobody was saying that, but now they can't say that because he's definitely a competitor out here.
We tried 1 week. We tried one week when we had the prediction against them, and then he ate us up during that week. But speaking of that prediction, it's time. You want to do the honors?
Oh yes, I do. I think at the end, Team Justin Wong is going to take it. He's the top spot. They've been hot with it. I gotta go with them. What about you?
So at the moment, because as the matches go on, who knows what might happen, but I feel like if you're looking against Team jwong right now with the strength of Reynald and the fact that jwong himself has also been absolutely cruising with that Vanessa, it's hard to look against him, and that one hurts because I really want to see Team Coach Steve pull it all the way through. But let's see what happens, because right now Twitter and the viewers are believing in Team Jmcrofts to pull all the way through with that Violent Kain possibly. Who knows? But we're going to hear from them right now because we're going to get ready to listen to those coaches in a second. But we're going to go ahead and show you the lineup of the teams first. Team Jmcrofts, Diaphone, and Violent Kain. Diaphone has had easily the most sets throughout these 4 weeks where you look at him and you go, he could have won but he just
Right.
misses out. He did get one of those throughout those weeks with a 2-1 that was very clutch for the team. But Violent Kain is definitely the biggest one you could be looking at. And also, does Jmcrofts pick it up this week? He's had some strong moments, but he hasn't had the best round twos. It's been the round twos that have been hurting. How are you feeling about the potential comeback factor, though? The rejuvenation now that we're in finals week for Team Kizzie Kay.
I mean, you got Team Kizzie Kay, Andy, and El Rosa. I feel like once again, you put these competitors, you put any fighting game players on the back foot, they're gonna find a way to stay fine. They're gonna find a way to put the pedal to the metal to get to that top spot. All these top level competitors, all these tournament winners, if they're in different games or this one, they know how to get it done. So I believe that this is gonna be super close. And I don't think that Kizzie Kay, even though they're in the lowest seed, I don't think they're out today. I think they're coming to play.
Well, we're going to hear from them right now. They're coming to play, and we got the 2 captains on deck. We have Team Jmcrofts, own captain Jmcrofts, and of course, the just ever perfect still face of just like the ability. How do you find a way to not move perfectly in that camera? We got Kizzie Kay.
Statuesque.
Yo, it's hard work out here. You know, we got to stay fine line, you know?
Yo, he's a ventriloquist too? This is incredible. All right, so we're going to give the floor to the ventriloquist at that. Kizzie Kay, obviously the weeks leading up to this point have been a little bit rough, but how are you feeling about your team going up against Jmcrofts first and about possibly running it all the way back?
I mean, I'm always confident with like me and my team, you know. Sometimes we have those bad weeks, you know. Every dog have their day. And you know, today we about to beat the dogs, you know. Hey, look, I'm going to just keep it honest with you. Hey, a team was 17-0 and they lost to the Giants. So look, we coming out here like the Giants, dog, straight from the wild.
Okay. All right, we out here swinging big. Cola, what are your words for Jmcrofts, man? Like after that, like you got to build them up a little bit, try and come back off of that one.
All right, give me a heat cross. Give me that spice out with the red dot. Give me some fire, some flames. What do you got to say to that? Just man.
I mean, I don't think I need to say that much. I think the actions speak for themselves. We fought Kizzie once before, and you know we came out victorious. I farmed a few Twitch subs off Kizzie as well, but I was thinking, you know,
that's true.
Why you gotta tell the internet that?
Right.
Why you gotta tell the internet? That's private. Keep it private.
That happened right here. That happened right here. That wasn't private. That was proclaimed amongst them here.
But it wasn't really my doing, though. I'll admit that Violent Kain, you know, he kind of carried me. So I said, what do you say, Kizzie? We run the bet back, but it's just for our match. Just you versus me.
Okay.
Run it back because we're playing first round.
That's for their match.
Oh, okay.
I'm just letting you know the way when y'all beat us, that was only the season. This is the playoffs now.
Okay.
I'm just saying, things change, man. I'm just saying.
All right, that's what I want to see.
man. All right, so confirmation. Whoever wins that round, but spoiler alert for everybody, they actually happen to be going up first. So we already got a money match going on. We got a title fight happening in the first round. Whoever wins must subscribe. Are we going with 1 sub or are we going with a couple more?
We got to sub. You got to.
We hide Rose up in here. We going for the Cinco de Mayo. All right, you feel me?
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so 5 subs.
Yeah,
5 subs. 5 gifted subs.
Yep.
Yeah,
I bet.
Okay.
5 gifted subs. Thank you so much for both
shake?
of you coming in here and talking to us real quick. We're gonna get ready to get your match started. Best of luck to both of you as we get ready to start the Gauntless Finals week.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
All right. Cola. 3 weeks have built up to this point. We are hearing way more fire actually come out of people now because everybody actually got to fight each other beforehand. So I'm already loving the heat that they're bringing. How are you feeling? Because this match right now, actually, you know what? I did drop the prediction to you the first time. I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead. Hit me. What you got?
I feel like when you look at this lineup, you can't look away from Violent Kain. You just can't. I want to believe really hard that you could, like, we're going to see that big week out of El Rosa, right? Because we've been waiting to see that big week. But Violent Kain, once again, just continues to keep tearing it up at TNS. He brought out the Yuri again, which we haven't seen in a while, and it looked incredible. That man was winning on every air-to-air. He's basically, at this point right now, contending to try and take the #1 spot from Reynald as the current best player in this game. I got to go with Team Jmcrofts. It's hard to look against that. It just the potential of having 3 matches of Violent Kain right now.
You know, I gotta say, Jmcrofts is my pick to do it. I feel like he said he won't farm the content the way he feeling different right now. I never seen him talk like that. Usually it's, hey, what's up, guys? Jmcrofts here on this content. But my man was kind of dirty with him. I had to get him a do-rag. Dude, I definitely think Jmcrofts might take it. The team might take it. But I think it's going to be slight, all right? I think it's going to be a hot match either way. The first match of the day, Team Jmcrofts versus Kizzie Kay. Let's get it.
Now, I can already tell you, after with the way things have been going the past few weeks, they're going to ban me from the Kai Discord, man, because I keep going away from Kizzie Kay. But it's okay, though, because we got game number 1 of Jmcrofts, Kizzie Kay. We got that Clark. That Clark has been putting in work. That Elizabeth is solid, too. Let's see how things get going.
I love that, recently Clark has been kind of the Twitter villain lately because of his normals. People have been looking at the frame data, seeing a lot of the plus frames. So you have to get the jump ins to get the win. He doesn't really have the best anti-airs, no real reversals, and you kind of can disrespect him on his wake up all damn day. But here we go. Here's the grip, the throw.
Ooh, man, you know what? If you may be able to play someone who's very Shoto based, Robert has that real simple game plan that will usually work for him. That fireball game, EX kicks, there you go, get him to the corner. You have to be able to keep that pressure up, though, against someone like Clark, because if you keep playing right next to him, you're going to get scooped up.
Yes, sir. But whiffing that CD too much, though, man will get punished for it. Big DP right there, in between the strings, the blow back like that. Meaty fireball, didn't get it though. The back throw, in the super to seal it. Oh, yeah, I think you're dead. I think you're dead.
Package signed, sealed, and delivered, baby. First round going to, or excuse me, first character going to the side of Jmcrofts. That is a huge tone setter. However, Clark might just disappear because Joe has now appeared.
That's how it be, especially when you have to run the zoning game, and Clark has to run the King of Fighters sort of anti-fireball style. Block it out, roll through, and those can be called out real easy. Anti right there from Kizzie Kay, puts it down to the ground, and a slick little conversion.
That was really good by Kizzie Kay, too, because you saw that you saw Kizzie Kay looking through Jmcrofts, looking for a fireball. You got the anti-air on that with the Tiger kick, but now you got the corner, you got Clark, you got him punching you all up in the face, then wake up with the Tiger kick on EX that time just to get out of there. DP is a good option there because Jmcrofts has swung a lot at that spot, but that's a lot of damage that got put onto that Joe. Yeah,
that's right. Zoning game. Let's see how it works out against Elizabeth, one of the stronger characters, obviously, in this game. The jump ins, real ridiculous with it. She got that RD as well. Base out that DP. That's a punish. So that's freezy. That's easy bake oven.
Oh, no, but drops the extension at the end, looking for maybe a super to try and close it, but maybe not trying to spend the meter. But either way, you drop that combo, that's going to cost you. You got to get out. Just got to keep it simple. Don't go crazy. And there you go. Gets the air-to-air, takes out the Joe. And hold up a minute. Jmcrofts might be looking to take the first round that he's taken all tournament here with the bet on the line after this man said that the Giants trying to take out the undefeateds.
He said, this is something different, dog. This ain't sports, it's esports. It's about to eat you up. The East Irons, I'm about to eat you up in the corner, and that's why we see the pushback like that. Yo, same-day delivery on that fireball, that was pretty sick with it.
Okay, rising tackle to get him out of that pressure. We've seen a lot of cross-up attempts out of Jmcrofts to try and get the jump in, but he's not falling for it. Now Kizzie Kay starting to get some of these jump rings, but he actually puts himself in the corner, Cola. This is big damage. We got all that money. Spend it all, absolutely. Climax cancel, yes, sir. Or just get that damage. Excuse me, not climax cancel, just getting that extra damage off the super cancel. Amazing job. A Rock is bleeding out.
Yeah, he's bleeding. You don't need a doc. But Kizzie Kay sick with it, though. He can still find the finish, but the interruption, Jmcrofts with the first game. I did not, even though I was rooting for this team, in terms of what my prediction was, I didn't think Cross would take the first one to get it done. I'm going to be real with you. Man's been putting in the work. He said, I ain't just a content creator. I'll put a creator in your face.
That's the entire game plan. That's the entire game plan,
I'm flustered.
Right? Like you go ahead to let your team like supposedly carry you, right? But then final week, all of a sudden you pull out the real deal. You start playing serious, and then here comes that video. I sandbagged 3 weeks into winning finals. Oh, that's some free clicks right there. That's all I gotta say. But that was actually no cap. That was incredible play. Not only from the start off from the Clark, but the composure that he had with the Elizabeth. Because it's real easy to get anti-air happy with Elizabeth. Same thing with Dolores too. You start looking for those jumps too much, and you get cooked for it. We're gonna get into the second game here, running it right back with the same team lineups.
And no anti right there. Round start with the jump, and Jmcrofts is getting away for those. Nice and easy for free, and puts him in the corner. And honestly, Clark, his conversions, meterless, are pretty strong, but we going long, back to mid-screen. Put the legs on him, no thighs.
I feel like you could be on the same path with either one of those. You said Ralph or Clark. You said Ralph instead of Clark by accident.
Same damn character.
Bro, it's two big beefy boys, and he was kicking them a bunch, so that looks like him to me. But, all right, EX kicks coming through with the top two to close it out. Actually, no, just lining up with some more kicks, get some damage, and go for positioning. Oh, but these wake-up grabs have been working really well for him so far. Now he's got the corner, but the empty jump to get away from the attempt on the command grab.
Off the feet, Jmcrofts in a fine position. Use the guard point. Makes the back out into the super. Yes, sir.
Bro.
Yes, sir. Didn't we just see this? Is this not a rerun? Not enough to kill, though.
If you shut down this Robert right now again, after getting absolutely mauled at the start, okay, there you go.
Ooh.
Finally a throw. Comes in. That is a very, very unhealthy Robert, though. That man, you know he's got that money. He ain't got to worry about that health insurance. He's vibing. But right now, when you're staring at Elizabeth, look at her eyes. She got murder on the mind.
Murder on the mind. You got to stay fine. Careful with this character. One to jump in, action, get a conversion, the DP. Back at him. I like this. The constant push right here. And I think Kizzie Kay is getting a little bit more comfortable with this sort of play, with the Robert play, right? The Shoto play. Nothing too risky.
Oh, they drop, okay, drop it down, looking like some guilty gear. We've seen it multiple times, people just swinging on that grab. But I think something that we're seeing is a dead Robert, actually. Never mind. We see a Robert down, call EMS. Elizabeth, not that much damage on. This is still a really good spot, even meter as well.
Yeah, this is a really healthy Elizabeth, a lot of cash to spend to get that win. Trying to find these jump ins, trying to find something off the low. Kizzie Kay with the good defense, trying to find a way to zone, but it's difficult. We saw the reflect with the same day delivery at play to deny that zoning approach. Again, the jump in situation. Kizzie Kay not getting too much off these two B's, or two A's, I should say, or two B's.
Yeah, and he's doing, I like the way that Kizzie Kay is going for a lot more cross-up mix-ups compared to game one, because he wasn't really able to set that up before. Trying to come with the slide, going for another one, trying to catch him off guard, jump CD, pushes him back down onto the ground, the reflector coming through. That is 4 bars on deck with Elizabeth. You might just die if you don't deal with her, like, right now.
Yeah, you really might. If she gets that hit, she'll be more than all right. 4 on the bottom, and honestly, I would kill this character. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Find an opening. Oh, don't get the conversion, but the punish back like that. Kizzie Kay with the good play.
Looking for the hit confirm, and it was not there to be found, and now we get to see the end piece show up. This Ash is something that usually is the most impressive character we see out of Jmcrofts at the very end here, but with 4 bars on Ash, you already know what's up. We've said it time and time again. This character does some dumb damage, and you gotta back him off ASAP.
Yeah, so dumb, you know, it's I don't want to say it's brainless, because you definitely have to have the execution, but the normals are the pain point. Find those light conversions are, you know, there's nothing really behind those. But when it comes to like getting those conversions off, like the Sabato and stuff like that, you have to be picture perfect with it, because his normals or his neutral, it's okay. It's all right. You know, mid-screen, the corner is the problem. That's where we're going.
Exactly. TP put him in the corner, going for the wisp, but not gonna get it. That's 3 bars on deck for Joe too. Joe's got these. He's got stun strings. He got them all, and that's some big damage coming in. 1 touch interaction. That's gonna get the set to even.
Here. Anybody's game. Big jump and no anti-air, and the quick max like that off the wisp. That'll do it.
Ooh, yo, Jmcrofts is here to play. Now, Kizzie Kay still has an opportunity to get the second game. He has a half-chunked Ash. He's got 4 bars on Rock. And Rock, we already know, we've seen it time and time again, can do some ridiculous damage off of 1 hit confirm. So it's on Jmcrofts to play this zoning game. Good footsies, not overextending, trying to keep it simple, playing more wait and see right now, Cola.
Using that bar just to get that pushback like that, but that allows Jmcrofts to get some of the zoning game in the way. You know, Rock's one of those like all-rounder characters. He can definitely do a lot of things. We definitely see him dump out the damage, but Jmcrofts is rushing Kizzie Kay down.
Ooh.
The Sobato's ignorant with it. The roll punish.
Oh, but that should close it out. As long as you don't drop this right here, yes, sir. Cash them both out. Absolutely. All right, look. 1-1. 1-1 to start the day off, and this is with Jmcrofts and Kizzie Kay. Kizzie Kay is absolutely a phenomenal player, but we haven't seen like true Kizzie Kay yet, right? Like we haven't seen like show his true colors of how strong he is. But Jmcrofts has come out here looking like a brand new man, and we got a game 3 to start off week 4 with these two already. And we have so much more still to go. We have barely scratched the surface of how ridiculous these matches are going to be, Cola.
Not even the tip You know, this is not even the bit of the iceberg. I'll tell you what, like the fact that, you know, Jmcrofts is not getting run over like we saw before. Again, I didn't lie to y'all. I said when you put these stacks in front of people, they will become some savages. Jmcrofts, like, oh, let me take a break from my content a bit, you know, doing all these game shows and make this my primary concern. And I think if you're Kizzie Kay, it's time to be a little concerned about these jump-ins. Once again, the jump-in situation, round start, Jmcrofts put Kizzie Kay in the corner. The side switch, though, Kizzie Kay, see what we do. The DPs, that's what we're doing out here.
All right, there's Robert definitely coming to play. All getting hit on the last hit, but here comes that flip once again. He keeps catching him, trying to catch him on the rollout too. He's paying attention much more to when Kizzie Kay likes to get super defensive. That's great because even though it's not going to kill, that's going to put him in the corner. And one touch, and that is Robert down.
Oh my God, what a round. What a round. That was quick with it too. Expeditiously, man, was on the Grizzly. I cannot believe that character got smoked so quick. But
also, Cola,
here we go.
Your abilities to control the weather, because somebody in chat just pointed it out, we have ended up at the best position you could have asked for when you said the iceberg reference. Like, our commentary curse power is getting too strong to the point where we're controlling the entire scene. But
dang,
this is really good for Jmcrofts. Look how much damage like he has taken. It's barely anything at all. He did just put himself in the corner, but he's boxing his way out. He is definitely some square button society right now, and he keeps waking up with these command grabs because he's not respecting them.
Dash up, back throw. Kizzie Kay getting aggressive with it. By turn my volume, the guard cancel. The roll puts it back in the corner. Maybe not what he wanted. I think he wanted to get out of there, but he wasn't aware. Kizzie Kay with the one touch in play.
You do not. Oh, there it is.
Input error.
Jmcrofts input error at the end trying to come through. Still chunked the hell out of that Joe, though. This is exactly what we've seen each time he gets the hat, and then Elizabeth steals the deal. Ash was able to get some damage on last time, but this is man, I am just insanely impressed by Jmcrofts' play. It's still Joe, though. All he's got to do is walk into the corner. He's got plenty of fireballs, but he does, in fact, have a whip DP.
What a call out. It is a super to seal it. Oh my God. Jmcrofts. You good? This feeling personal. It's give me them subs when I get this dub.
This man is ready to cash out all of them gifts. It's Christmas time, as the weather is definitely indicating right now. He is ready to go ahead and ruin your entire holiday season with this Elizabeth. Shut it down for a while. Your daddy ain't like you that much. Well, not of the sheep.
Off the low, though, putting the elbows on him. We see that corner pressure, but Jmcrofts had such great defense when he learns to press. You know, we saw the back roll, though, wasn't the best decision, but his natural inclination to when to press on offense has been really good, but they can be feeling the press once his damage hitting into the super, not going to seal it. Decision, yo, the grip to do it. The side switch and the maybe fireball.
That's not enough. Now, this is trade time. This is trade time. Get as much damage as you can. Make it work. Got him down to orange. It's going to go back up to about half health. You still have the Ash. Is the Ash enough? Is the Ash gonna be clutch? There's 3 bars on the side of Jmcrofts. There are none on the side of Kizzie Kay. It's on Kizzie Kay basically to guess correct a bunch of times in a row, and so far, he's guessed correct 3 times, but that's big damage. This is huge, Cola.
The sins. Are we sitting out here? Look at this corner carry, the Sabato. You got the execution like that. There's not the super to lock down the neutral, and the fireball jump in, blocked, one touch. No way, man, like Kizzie Kay come back like that. Ain't got no bond to cook with. Ain't no way.
That's the... Oh, and he gets him on the low! And Jmcrofts takes the first game. Why did that feel like grand finals? Why did that feel like the entire thing? Jmcrofts coming out here with that Clark, sealing the deal with the Ash, making sure that he did not miss input to get that Oki pressure he needed off the super. And then he still found the hit at the last second to close it out and guarantee that not only is he going to at least walk away with a dub here, but he also guaranteed that he just got 5 gifted subs to his stream. 2-1 going in favor of Jmcrofts.
I cannot look at that man's face. That picture, like he taking it for school. I wouldn't want to lose to that, but like that, that's 2-1 to get it done. Jmcrofts, I'm making content out of you.
That school picture day was definitely on pizza day, bro. Look at that cheese, man. Look at that cheese. He is so happy. I love the cooking emotes and everything as well.
Let's
man,
go.
What an insane start. What an insane start. Because like Kizzie Kay said himself, he did say, it's playoff time, baby. It's time to it's time to pick it up. It's time to really show what you got. It's time to really show what you can do. And with these extra rounds, it's gonna be stressful to make that happen, right? Well,
you ain't
already
lying,
it
dog.
started off. It started off with a 2-1 in your favor, and what many of us would have probably deemed to be a W in the side of Kizzie Kay. Not to pull it against Jmcrofts, but this is the first round that he took, and he saved it for the best time he possibly could.
I feel like if I was Kizzie Kay, I would have made that bet, bro. You put, as I said before, you put stacks for the Savages, they're going to eat, right? That's going to be a defeat. And right there, that was a defeat in terms of Kizzie Kay, but it's not over. That's not the end of his play. But Jmcrofts doing a fantastic job of getting better and better every single week. And it makes me feel some sort of way that my man's been grinding for 4 weeks and he's that good already. Like,
yeah, man,
I ain't got
like,
no excuse.
bro, like we've talked about like Rome a couple times, right? Or Teiga, where he keeps getting lined up against like Reynald and Violent Kain, but that's a good opportunity to get some practice in. That's a good opportunity to get the ability to play against the best, or maybe you might not have had that before. The same goes for Jmcrofts. He got to fight against jwong. I can't remember who he fought against in the other weeks off the top of my head, but like I'm sure I have in my notes here. Either way, though, he's gone. Oh, right. We had that one time where AndyOCR turned into anti-OCV and ran through him with Kyo. But none of that matters. Because like we said before, you said it. Everybody trying to eat. Well, it's his birthday because he's got nothing but pizza. And he's popping off because he's got the balloons popping off right now. You know for a fact this man flew out of his seat. I hope if you were streaming it that somebody got a clip of his reaction after that. And that is
he's
only
like,
the
let's
first round.
go. Let's go. I bet you, I don't even know if it's probably safe for television. I bet you might as well say
there
so
might have
many
been
different words.
There might have been some choice words that might have gone off in that too, which we're not going to repeat here. But what an insane start, because now that changes a lot, right? That just puts a win column on the side of Jmcrofts to lead into things. Now Jmcrofts technically doesn't need to go again. The way he was playing, he looked kind of like he could do it again. But
he's on fire. I mean, he could.
Like, that's a guaranteed dub in the win column, where now you have potentially, depending on, for one, how good Diaphone looks, but two, the ace of your team, Violent Kain, that means that he might not even have to win 3. If Diaphone does happen to go down here, that puts pressure on you to now have to deal with Violent Kain on elimination multiple times. That's going to make you hurt.
That's gonna be painful. And honestly, to be real with you, I think that sending up Crofts actually, I mean, it was a good idea, obviously in hindsight now, but I liked his team synergy, right? Had all the tools to deal with Joe. Like, you didn't see the ridiculous zoning play that you see from Joe. You know, you see on Twitter, things like that with the Twitter clips where they lock you down the neutral with the fireballs. And now we're gonna be seeing the next teammates coming up. Diaphone versus Andy, OCR. Hopefully it's OCV, but we'll have to see what form he's in.
Well, let's see how things go here. Diaphone actually changing things up a bit. Never mind, I was looking at the wrong side. So, I was about to say, Diaphone actually not playing Team Waifus for the first time probably in existence, but it is in fact not possible, because this man is in fact running the Athena, the Vanessa, and the Dolores that we have been seeing out of him this entire time. On the other side of things, AndyOCR. The reason why he earned that nickname is because of that Kyo. This Kula, however, though, has actually been incredible at dealing with not only zoners, but just being able to play that semi-rushdown you're not used to seeing because of that spin, being able to just kind of catch people off guard, and then the Frostbath. Kind of hard to do, though, when you got a whole healthy dose of everybody's least favorite cereal, Psycho Balls.
Oh, you ain't lying, dog. Here's the issue, though, with this character. A lot of those floating jumps, you might get anti-aired like that, but Andy trying to keep some distance with it. The EX connects. My God, my man was at the top screen. That was me. Does it again, but this time the throw for the punish in the walk-up situation. This is good with the ice breath.
There you go. All right, keep that pressure on. Yes, keep Athena in the corner. Now you gotta wait, potentially bait a wake-up DP, but actually not just waking up, but just stretch kicking him in the face. Psycho Ball gonna hit the mark that was necessary to get that first dub.
All right, let's see how it works out. I feel like that Kula, a little shaky with it, but Andy has been one of the players to put Kyo also on the map like that. So if there's one character that can definitely get that dub, especially in these rounds as they go down, it's going to be Kyo. He's a little bit of records. Go back like that. Look like EX connects off the low, gets the pickup, heat him up a bit. DP, that's the end.
Just let Andy play Kyo on 3 slots. just let him rock with Kyo on 3 slots. Just Kyo. Yeah. That's it. Like Skullgirls format. Just one Kyo, extra health, because this Kyo is insane. However, this is probably one of the worst matchups you want to see staring down the side of Vanessa, because even though you got DP, you got pressure, you have the ability to get these Rekkas, which he did in fact land. Never mind, I'm sounding kind of stupid. This Vanessa is usually really good at shutting down this pressure because of how good her buttons are. That's if you ever get the chance to actually fight in the first place.
Look at this close range gameplay right here. Andy staying close with it, up close and personal.
Oh man,
up in front of your face.
Axe kick to go ahead and split the back of your dome in 2 pieces. This man absolutely needs to play this character on all 3 slots. That Kula was just for show. It was just to mess you up. And now it's time for Dolores.
Oh, quick max like that, but doesn't get the conversion. Big drop, unfortunate. Some of her combos a little bit wildly. You know, you have to have the right space and place to put. And now he's in. Andy with another EX, and this is what he wants. Up close and personal gameplay. Don't want to get zoned up by this character. Don't want to be caught up in the mud. Oh, pull back like that. Reversing the situation.
Get off me. That was really good for all the jump-ins that Diaphone was doing. That was like 3 to 4 jump-ins in a row. Good block,
another overhead.
But not enough. It didn't matter. Gonna get hit by the overhead. Absolutely spend that cash. Yeah, this is over.
Another one.
Damn.
Another one. My man is blessing the dome. It's 3. That was 3. It was peace be with you and also with you out of this bracket, bro.
Wasn't it like week 2? We were like, yeah, you know, that overhead, it's nice, right? But it's reactable. It's pretty, but it's solid and mix up when you're getting poked a bunch. At the start of that round, we saw the Kyo going for a lot of lows. Got caught on the Rekkas on the lows. Oh, you forgot to look up. It ain't Sunday yet, but you better start looking at the sky and start praying, because you got to figure something out. You got to look up to do that. Man, this man caught him not 1, not 2, but 3. That hurts your mental going into this next round, because you just got cooked on that. You're probably going to get hit by the lows. You're probably going to get mixed by the Rekka again. I don't know what he's going to do to figure that out. I don't know if I want him to figure it out, because this Kyo is cooking. Like,
this Kyo is definitely cooking. My man's a chef up in the kitchen. But I'll tell you one thing, like the range at what Kyo, where he has to play, he's got to be close, right? His buttons are a little bit more on the stubbier side, you know. His A and Bs are kind of, they're okay, right? So you got to get close range so you can actually play. We do see the reversals come out better, and I do feel like Andy is a little bit more stable in his play than we saw last week, where I feel like maybe a little bit more nervous, especially when we get to the playoffs. He's like, it's game time. You know, with that serious business, man's been playing Sam Show. You know what stress is, and it's something different out here.
We've always talked about how insane his neutral is going to be, being that just insanely strong player from Sancho. But apparently, like, when he was looking through this, did he just say, okay, I'm gonna get Fei Long, but he's on fire? Like, he can't, like, just hunt down the best rush down play style I can find. This man is not playing that passive footsie game. He's like, yo, I can hit confirm and people die. I like this game. This is nice. I don't have to wait 20 years for Chris G to swing at me. That's nice. Nah, I'm just kidding. But still, let's see what happens here in this second round, because Diaphone ain't no other way to put it. Got cooked. Now he's going to switch it up to that Vanessa off the lead. Try and play more rushdown heavy. Not really trying to take that zoning war that was happening there with the Kula. I think that was a big reason why Athena got chunked so heavy. Whereas normally you want something like Athena to try and counterplay the rushdown style of that Kyo. Let's see if it makes a difference here in game number 2.
He just told me he wants someone to punch and could go forward. That's why he chose Kyo. We found the right character. He definitely found the right character. Let's see if he doesn't even need that with the Kula like that, putting the icy hot. Look at that. Nice conversion. Oh, didn't actually get the full combo. Unfortunate for Diaphone. You got to get him to get that win. You got to get up close and personal and put them in the corner and build that bar up like Build-A-Bear.
Oh, man. Andy, oh, there you go. All right, that's exactly what you need. You just need a one-hit confirm, and now you got corner. Because you can play all the neutral you want, all the footsies you want. You can put up them ice barriers all you want. All it takes is one hit from Vanessa, and she needs it, as we all know. But it is very dangerous to deal with.
You definitely have to space yourself out in the right pace and place when it comes to Kula, because a lot of her stuff's negative or with. But this will definitely get that corner push to do it. Ooh. Yo, calls out the blowback like that. Oh, my God. I can't believe he called out that reversal. I cannot believe he saw into the future. Call him Miss Cleo and call him now.
Expected wake up buttons, and you got it. Now you better chunk the hell out of this Kyo. You better start rushing down, do something. Jump CDs for days. Catch that one hit, get him to the corner ASAP, because Kyo has been easily the most dangerous portion of this. Good blocks, not getting caught by jump CD, but gets walked right to the corner already, Cola.
Yeah, he's trying to work him. Jump CD again, getting that corner, close range pressure situation. Just have to avoid that. The starter, here we go. This the starter, it's just the appetizer, but it's a lot, it's filling. And God willing, if Diaphone gets going, it's gonna be a wrap like that.
Oh, good blocks once again. Calling out the Shatter Strike, trying to catch me on Wake Up. Absolutely not. He has got incredible positioning right now. Now, last time he went for the throw. Does he go for the low? Decides to go for edge jump, trying to go for the overhead. Good blocks. Andy making his way out of the corner, but this is a lot of help going on this Kyo.
This is where he wants to play close range with it. Just can't throw out the normals in the wrong sort of way. Or I'm sorry, the special, because they are negative, but that was fantastic play. Scoot stepping in, getting the win. Vanessa, or I guess as you would say, Fairnessa. It didn't look too fair to me. Looked like a robbery.
Hey, you already know it's Vanessa, baby. We out here trying to get that W, and this Vanessa trying to get that OCV right now. Now, this is the first time we get to see King in a while. It's been a little bit. King, however, normally likes when she can zone people, when she can kind of keep people off of her. That simple Shoto-S style gameplay. That don't matter when you get punched in the face.
Yeah, everybody got a plan until this happens. All the hits about to land, and the stun. It's about to be done. Look at this combo. The stun's not even necessary. You better stay wary. That's Fairnessa. That looks like a robbery once again. A robbery. In and out, 1, 2, 3, no bodies, please.
Oh,
my
man.
God!
Once again, everybody say thank you, Vanessa, for that. We all appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Look, I don't care. We 4 weeks into it, and I'm still simping. I don't care. I love me some Vanessa, but still, that was such an incredible play, man. I can't change it up at this point, but that was such an incredible call, switching it out to Vanessa on the point. That was just the right move because we were just talking about how Athena was kind of struggling to play against that. What?
Whoa, K-Dash? Hold on now. Wait, you know, we think about tiers. We think about like characters that are strong. I don't think Cool is that strong. I don't think K-Dash is that strong either. But Andy, believe in this character. Believe in this. Is this something secret?
I mean, look,
what is this? What is this?
Look, it's playoff week, right? Everybody pulls out their best tricks. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Kay has definitely been going ahead and enjoying his time looking that cool at the bottom of the tier list at the start of this game. But is it that matchup unfamiliarity? Is that something that might throw him off? I don't know, but we gonna find out because you gotta worry about Athena to start things off.
Yeah, I mean, again, Athena having all the tools, the tricks to do it, right? Has everything she needs, the DPs, the fireballs, and things like that. Obviously, jack of all trades, maybe master of none, but still can get it done. And Andy losing a lot of health and can't shoot up those fireballs to reflect right back like that. Andy trying to play that close range game. I like that. Back to mid-screen, put the side switch, the teleport.
Look, all I'm saying is that this is very much looking like the Netflix adaptation of what would have been The Last Airbender because the Fire Nation never attacked because Kay got dealt with immediately. That was absolutely dominant from Athena off the start.
Yo, Athena again getting the job done, but this is how he won that last match, right? When he got his on the deck was the Kyo, but there you go, Diaphone, throw up like volume, Mr. DP, so that's free. Look at this punish, nice and easy corner carry.
Big damage right there. You got to get those whip punishes when you can because he decided to switch it up. He went to rushdown style Athena. You got the bar to spend on it. You might as well go for it. But now the Kyo, this has always been the issue. Gets himself out of the corner with the guard cancel.
Bro, he about to cry. He's about to get him a tissue because he smokes his character and gets going with this character. I'm telling you, Kyo gonna be putting in mad work. The 9 to 5 plus overtime. He's got to get it done because once this character is off the table, there's only one left. This is the first character for Diaphone still.
Who gets out with the teleport? Once it's on the block with the cycle ball, but gets through it and gets the hit. Now that is an incredible job though from the Athena because that is one hit interaction territory now with one bar on deck with the Vanessa. You gotta play perfect. And well, in fact, you did not. Sometimes, just let it rip.
Yeah, you just let it rip to do it. You got the health to play with your Diaphone. You have the characters to go far, and there you go.
Bro, was that not going?
And there you go.
Was that not going? Ryuki just started it off. Beyblade just getting it started already.
Full screen.
All right, well, we saw what happened to this King a second ago. You better start looking like royalty and absolutely dominate the entire scene because you are currently. You're not having a good time. I don't know what else to say. You were getting currently clapped up. This is not looking good.
Dog, this ain't royalty. This is looking free. Look at that. Skates into the fireball. Slide. No real damage applied. And again, Diaphone in a fantastic situation. Could definitely seal. He's got the bar to bomb to cook with. And I'm telling you, that's enough butter for Vanessa to impress her. Oh my God, off the quick max like that. Here we go.
EX kicks, get him in the corner. Climax, absolutely. You need to get as much damage right now. You need to make this a one-touch situation. That way, you can go ahead, force Oki, absolutely, put that fireball, make him respect it, backing off from the Shatter Strike. This is a very scary spot because that is one bar on the side of Diaphone. He can close it out on a hit confirm.
It's pestering right here. And he got nice and careful and finds the finish, but still, there's one more at play. And if there's one character that can zone with the best of them, that's Dolores and get the damage done. And this is Andy having to, again, play perfect. He's got no bar at the bottom really to cook with. Diaphone with a lot, and there could be an anti-air right there for the finish, because Dolores definitely has some of the best anti-air damage in the business.
Now, is this that time? Is this that time where Diaphone cracks? We've talked about how Diaphone consistently gets to these like game 3s. Makes it look incredibly close. Sometimes he's got one time where he cold clutched it out, 2 times he did not. He needs to keep his composure here because Andy is winning on the fireball game. Dolores is having a hard time because she can't get those anti-airs because you don't have to jump in. You gotta forcefully deal with these fireballs, and this King is putting in work.
The short hops, making sure they're not too far out, but that's gonna be a punish off the quick max like that. Oh my god, that's a wrap. Diaphone taking over AndyOCR. Damn!
Andy tried so hard at the very end. You saw it. He went for a couple tactical crouches, debating idea if he was gonna go for fireball, right? Because he was in the corner. Go ahead, stretch your stuff, girl. There you go. Like he had him in the corner because he was chilling, just trying to wait towards the corner just so he can get him to move first. And then he went for the sliding kick. He tried to catch him off guard. The problem is, though, you did that directly in front of Dolores, who has access to meter. Team Jmcrofts currently up 2 games, having to go with a full reverse 3-0 to stay alive is Team Kizzie Kay. They need Rosa to get a dub on Violet Kain, and then they gotta figure out potentially if they can get 2 more dubs. But can they do it?
Work. I don't know,
bro. Look. Man, yo, look, okay, this is only the first round. This is only the first round of the night. We could have expected a wash. We could have expected incredibly ridiculous matches that could have gone one-sided. But these have been game 3, last hit, super stress, because everybody's trying to make sure they get way more than what they would get at 4th place. This is absurd. I'm so happy that everybody's waiting for the end. Granted, I want to play K2, man. Everybody K is awesome.
Yeah, awesome in the game though.
But he's not actually added in the game yet. Like
not yet.
He's not here yet. We're waiting on we're waiting on Mr. Karate, and we're also waiting on K. So because you seem to be playing people with K themed names, because he's got the Kula, the Kyo, and the King. Then he went for K, Kyo, and King. So maybe Mr. Karate be the answer down the line whenever he happens to show up. Who knows? But K in it right now, bro. I feel you. I want him in the game, but he's not there, man. Like
he's not there. There's a couple of characters that aren't there yet, but we're gonna have to see what that patch brings. But there has been a lot of diversity. I do like the fact that people are switching up when it comes to game time to try to stay fine. And I think that even though K-Dash wasn't, the most, I feel like if Andy would have went with the K-Dash prior in the beginning, we might be seeing something different, because I think that character did a little bit more work than the Kula did. And I think K-Dash is a little bit better than Kula, to be honest. Maybe it's the Kula people on Twitter complain about the character for about a million years. It might be like that, but she's all right in a game that's got a lot of broken. Like that's the problem. Yeah.
Right. She's a character that can definitely function, but you also have people who do it way better. You have way better fireball characters right now. You have way better mid-range folks. You could go for Kukri if you want to play that type of style too. If you want to play that rush down type style. So like there, letter K, cool, got you. There you go, Kukri. Done. Seal the deal. But
switch it over. There you go. That's all you need.
Look, all I'm saying is I want to see the balance patch that turns K into Uncle Iroh post like prison arc, because that man got jacked. Hey, look, post prison arc Uncle Iroh is broken. So I want to see that happen to K eventually, because I feel like SAK is paying close attention to everything that we're doing between all of these events and trying to see who is dominating, who's not, and who definitely needs some help. We need to get the defibrillator out ASAP, okay? Because it's not looking too good. However, we also need to get that for the potential life, because they are bleeding out. They are struggling. They cannot breathe. please somebody check the pulse on Team Kizzie Kay because they have one lifeline left. And that is the King of D himself.
He's really bringing up the King of D? He's dropping the D on the table?
Hey, yo, shout out to production, by the way, because they were actually trying to, they told him before, like, hey, we are a huge fan of Dinosaur. So are we. So are we.
Yes, sir.
Chat, get hype. It is time. Does Team Kizzie Kay face elimination already off a 3-0 sweep? Or does Violent Kain close it out as the ace of the squad with that Rock, Terry, and Keo? Let's get into it. Game number 1 already, Cola.
Honestly, when it comes to like the finals, you go with the character you're most comfortable with. The one that you have the best chance. We know that Rosa has been going through a little bit of a character crisis, but when it comes to this tournament, when you got to put all the line to stay fine, you bring out the big D to get the job done. The D stands for done, but right now, Rosa putting in that zoning game. No lane. Oh, DP right back at him though from Violent Kain.
Hey, you already know, King of D, he's got that reach, man. He's got the ability to reach you across the entire stage and pick you up off the ground just when you thought you was done. Violent Kain is actually getting boxed out pretty well here. I think Joe does a solid job against Rock because even though Rock has that damage, you have to deal with that poke game. You got to deal with the fact that he's got wake-up options like that too, and he did not respect it. Rosa catching the King of DPs himself. Violent Kain loves to wake up with any type of wake-up option that he can. He got backed off for it, and now it is time for Terry to see if he can go ahead and deal with this man.
Yeah, I think Violent Kain will take some of that data. Like, this dude loves to wake up the DPs, so I could bake those for free, but we'll have to see. Terry can definitely do some damage on the ground. Look at that. Oh, the neutral jump, though. Come through the burn knuckle? No, sir. I like that from Rosa just to put it in his mind. Can't come through the neutral fine like that. Firing out the fireballs, and definitely can outzone this character, because Joe does it best.
Exactly. You're not going to be bouncing back at that with Power Wave, and you already see Rosa trying to answer with that. But that's 4 bars on deck with Terry, so you got to watch out. And we're getting closer to EX crack shoot territory where he can start to slowly chip away that health. You got to respect that overhead, which he's already trying to establish. But Shatter Strike, getting him out of that. That's some big damage already. Not enough justice is up to Super.
He can just wake up Super. Open block in the back throw. Those Chicago punish. I thought it was going to hit, though. Bro, I thought that was gonna hit, but that didn't do it.
I thought that was gonna hit too. I definitely thought that that was within range at the end of the fireball to catch him, but Violent Kain misses it. And Violent Kain, the ace, he bleeds. The ace of the stack. He's bleeding hard. Rosa trying to sit. We've been looking for Rosa to have that big play all these 3 weeks. He's already started things off strong here.
I mean, the fact that, he's been putting in work with a lot of his characters has been really great. Rosa coming through one of those those difficult times of having to find a character. And now we get to see the King of D. Will he make this man go extinct? Rosa.
We couldn't have asked for a better lineup with these two. We got the best Keo right now versus the best Dinosaur right now. You gotta watch out. You gotta be careful because you want to play a rush down? Go ahead. Go right into the loving embrace of the King of D. He gonna snatch you up. He gonna put you to bed. He gonna put you 6 feet under. It's not gonna feel good, except for the fact that he has no fear. And he's going straight for the climax cancel, but he misses the hit. Confirmed. That's huge.
No. Look at these jump-ins. Twice to make it nice. Rip it through him. Into the Super. Oh, yes, sir. Bite him up. Eat him like Thanksgiving dinner. And Rosa trying to be the winner, put the wake-up decision into the Super. Back to mid-screen.
A good pressure on the jump in. King of D trying to respect him. You can see him just trying to poke him out, but he gets caught by the run-up blow. Now looking down. Danny catches him on get up as well. Does Keo get the reverse 3-0? Does Keo reverse OCV? Does he make this happen? Kind of hard to do in the face of Gato.
That's right. Top tier out here. We got to stop the narrative. This character is not high tier. He's god tier. You're going to see right here. Because he's going to tear through you if you let him. With that 3 bars at the bottom, he only really needs 1 to get it done. Quick max like that on block just to find an opening. Violent Kain got to stay alive. The palm to put him down to the ground. Another one with the EX connects.
Catching him, walk him to the corner, and there's something you got to worry about with Gato is his jump-in pressure. He can do it as much as he wants. He gets the low, but he doesn't get anything off it. But he does get the push. He watches out, and he goes for another jump-in. Shatter Strike gets him out of there.
The pickup. Grip him up. Gorilla Glue almost stick to you, the EX. Let's pick up again. Corner pressure into the Super. Enough to seal it to get the HTP. Oh, the punish. Oh, just wake up. Put the whip. That'll do it.
On the magic pixel. The magic pixel keeps him alive. If there has ever been plot armor, you You just saw it right there. The protagonist privilege type deal. Violent Kain, the ace of the staff, just won with that sliver. Look, can somebody check this man's bank account? Because I feel like he might be sliding a few extra dollars towards SNK. He is that's the winner of DLC. That's the winner of Season 1 DLC right there. Got told. The sneaky cat himself. And
did he pay off the developers to let that happen? Yo, Violent Kain, let me find out. Let me check your bank account, brother. Because I think you sent something to SNK. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying? Violent Kain was one to get it done. El Rosa got to come back. That is a harsh defeat because that's one of those you could have had in the bag multiple times to stay fine in that match like that. But that is a definite drop.
That is a huge drop. Because not only does that put you on elimination after you had such a good start, but now it puts you on elimination with the fear of having to try and beat the man who just reverse 3-0'd you like that with that Kyo. So now you gotta be so much more careful going into this here. And we see the immediate removal of King of D. Dinosaur has exited the building. It is now time for the man Ralph to show up.
That's true. You know what to do. I guess, the King of D wasn't doing enough work, couldn't get in to get that win once again. So we're going to be seeing some of that Ralph gameplay later on. Gato in the middle position, but El Rosa's position that put the face and put him in his place.
Trying to just go ahead and get that. Just getting 5D ready now. Just getting ready for the Ralph later. Just continuously poking him out. Keep making sure you respect him. Jump CD. Trying to catch him. Looking for the cross up. Look, just all of these 5D. Just stop. Stop pressing buttons on me. I'm not going to let you do it.
Nice easy pokes in the hop for the finish. Yo, El Rosa back in it. I like that he's not shaken and he's not stirred by what had happened previously. You see, the man is like, I'm a competitor out here. I've had those drops like that. I'm all right, especially on fight night.
Man said my name is Rosa. El Rosa. Trying to get that W here. That Joe is very healthy at the moment. Is Violent Kain with Terry dip. He got some damage in, but it was a lot of hard work he had to do to get through the zoning pressure. Bro, you just got punched so hard in the back of your dome. This man's whole style is Muay Thai. And you think you were staring too hard at the elbows and got punched in the face.
Except with violence again, just with the normal situation, we don't see these big conversions from El Rosa. We just see enough damage with the zoning. Off the quick max like that, that's going to be a wrap like that. The EX picks him up with a rising tackle. Violent Kain.
Perfect time. Perfect time to go ahead and get that max mode off. You needed to make sure Joe went down. Now the Gato here at the second point. Can he keep his composure? Yo, round start Shatter Strike is the thing now. I ain't pressing no buttons. I'm backing up just the same that Violent Kain did.
Yeah, backing up, get some space in this place, bro. I'm telling you. You're close to this club. El Rosa, with this character, the things about Gato is like, you worry about his hops, his jump ins. He also has these command dash situations that makes it really hard to see what he's going to do. So you got to anti-air perfectly. There's the throw, though, on the wake up with the side switch. This is good for Violent Kain to get out of that corner.
Yeah, he's got position right now. Violent Kain is trying to get some damage onto this Gato. He's got one bar. He can definitely chunk him. He's still got access to Kyo. He's actually doing very well. I definitely expected this Terry to kind of go down quick, but he's having a bit of a struggle. Keeping him stuck in the corner. This pressure really good from Rosa.
Guard cancel puts it back like that. The air-to-air right there. Yo, the Shadow Strike. Take this man to the corner, to the bed, and put him to good night. One touch. Blocks it out. No wake up decision right there from El Rosa.
Trying to burn knuckle his way in. Trying to get some jump in. Just empty jumping in place. Trying to call out any jumps. And then the burn knuckle from downtown. The other side, this man looks like he belongs on the D-line. But instead, he's out here crushing him on the O-line. This was incredible play from Violent Kain. Catching him with that burn knuckle off guard after jumping in place. And now Ralph Gaming has showed up.
Oh, wake up with the EXDP. El Rosa can definitely get the job done. Crouch D. Careful with these buttons. You got to worry about that far D. Be doing a lot of work. Fireballs. You got to just naturally jump over those. King of Fighter style. With the hops.
There you go. Yeah,
want
eventually.
that drop. Chip.
You were screwed at that point. There's not much you could do. Just gets in, puts out the jump CD to force Violent Kain to have to stay in the corner. You have to respect at that point, and then to chip out 2 bars on deck each. Max mode on deck each. You already know max mode off of 1 hit confirm when it comes to Ralph is going to be a bad time for you. You got to respect these DPs, which El Rosa is already showing his hand, but this Kyo getting the grab already started things off hot.
Another Kyo player out here. And it's clear why this character can be a threat if he gets up close. Rosa can definitely smoke with a far D. Good conversion, like a quick max like that. I've definitely been seeing too many combos. This character just smoking other characters. For free off the wall. EX, oh my God. Coast to coast, and give up the coast. Ah! Help this man dropping nuclear out here.
OTG to get some extra damage out. We were talking about football. We out here playing basketball because that was some and one. Empty jumping right in front of him. Shadow Strike baited. 5D to close it out. El Rosa gets himself around and keeps his hopes alive. Ralph Gaming has showed up at the right time to get himself back into the game.
Again, I'm wondering if you be switching your characters out here, what's going to be the end, right? If you stick with your character that, been doing the most amount of work, if you had done this previously, I know you want to be a crowd pleaser or whatever, but I'd be pleased to see you win some money, you know what I'm saying? So maybe Ralph Gamer should have came out a little bit earlier. However, now we're 1-1 to see who's going to get it done, and it's still looking like a close match like that. I've not seen a big conversions from the Joe, and I think that's okay because we see the zoning with not only the fireballs, but the buttons at play. And I really like how Rosa is bringing himself back from that horrible drop that we saw, because I'll tell you one thing, if that drop happened to me, a buddy like me would have walked out. That would have been the end of my match. I'd have been like, yo, I gotta go. I'm out of here.
Yeah, that definitely would have messed with my mental, man. And funny enough, we talked about the dinosaur a second ago, right? I feel like the dinosaur actually looked cleaner than the Gato off of these first 2 rounds. Now the Gato is getting cleaner, but you can see, he had the stressful last round, sure, but even that second character when he's fighting up against the Terry was able to shut it down. Like he doesn't seem to have that jump in dive pressure that we've been seeing out of some of the others who have been piloting this character so far. And I feel like he's gotta wake that up. He has to be able to not only get those slide backs and get the cross ups. Not the slide backs and get the baits on wake up, but also he needs better jumping pressure because that character is meant to just jump in on you 3 times in a row. You get reckless and then you get to just take an EX palm. We haven't really seen that out of the Gato yet. So I'm curious to see this round 3. Does he stick with the Gato? Does he bring the King of D back in? You definitely need to keep Ralph in there. That's for sure.
Yeah, that Ralph just be doing work no matter what team it is. That Ralph is always an asset, right? That character puts you to night. And I'll tell you one thing, I've definitely been seeing the data again. There's a new app, I forgot what the app is called, but I just downloaded it on my phone. I haven't checked it all the way through. But it shows the frame data of the characters. I know that obviously Dream Castle is getting filled out and all that stuff like that. The wiki is being filled out. But looking at the frame data for the character, it's criminal. It's actually criminal what Ralph and Clark have compared to some of the other characters. So it's always a good idea to have the Ralph on the team, on the screen, doing a lot of work. But I think you're right. The Gato looking a little rusty, even though it did some damage. And we talked about how we didn't see many of those mix-ups that come from the character, right? With the flips. Some of the reactable, if you get that mental stack going and flowing, it's going to be hard to react like that. You can't anti-air everything free at the end of the day.
Exactly. Hindsight's 2020 because no matter what, at the end of the day, even though you say, okay, I'm just gonna bait out the power wave, I'm gonna bait out the burn knuckle, I'm gonna bait out the crack shoot. It don't matter when you got somebody who's that good staring you down on the other side of the screen. You got to be able to have that mix-up game. You got to be able to have the baits, because if you do the same baits every single time, guess what? They become very easy to see. And when you have the same mix-ups, guess what? You tell people what you're looking for over time. They're not mix-ups anymore. They're very noticeable. Also, real quick, shout out to people who make apps like that, like in the Smash community with we have Ultimate Frame Data, and having people who take their time out of the day to make apps to give us access to quick, easy access frame data. For one, making us sound smarter, but 2, letting people not have to hunt things down in the lab, because sometimes you don't really have all the time. People got 9 to 5s to work. You only got so much time to actually play, so it's hard to get that time to get that extra knowledge to write down all the extra frame data so you know what you're plus on, what you can't really pressure on, and such from that. So appreciate whoever's making that app. I really appreciate you, because I'm definitely downloading that myself later, because I need to know exactly how often I'm plus as much as possible, because I'm not trying to think. I just want to press buttons. That's why I'm in the chair right now instead of fighting for $10,000.
Well, I'll tell you, man, like, honestly, when you look at the train lab, it's like pluses, like 2 pluses and 2 minuses. Like, I know what I can do, what I can't, kind of, but like, I need to know more. What can I punish with? What can I do? Like, that's not enough. Like, the game tells you plus and minus. What does that mean? That's not a number. 2 pluses is not a number. What does that mean? As a game, what does that mean?
I just looked at chat, bro, and I looked down. The first thing I see after I'm saying, like, I appreciate that, is like a cheat. And for one, Coach Steve immediately hit it with a study up, stupid.
Study up.
But the Jmcrofts with the frame data as a social contract. That sounds like a look, I know you got residents, VIP residents at the Square Button Society. If you got that as you follow up for the line, I know for a fact you got the prime suite over there at Wake Up DP Town, bro. Like, I know for a fact you got that, because that's the reason why we do what we do. But still, I appreciate all that. And it's just, look, actually, at the end of the day, Cola, you already know how it is. Everything is plus if you believe hard enough.
That's true. And that's why you see people waking up like, why would you do that? Because I believed in myself and it worked out. Don't question my methods. I do see somebody up in the chat like that saying, hit update, dream cancel. Anyone can update that stuff. Just make sure you're not putting some goofy ass thing like, ooh, this move is a slap. How could she slap? Don't write that goofy stuff. Now, let's get into the nitty gritty, the serious action, the final game between Violent Kain and El Rosa.
Game number 3, elimination on the line once again. We are fighting for our lives. I kid you not when I say that all of these weeks have been pretty quick on most of these matches. We are already approaching the 9 o'clock hour, and we are still in the first one because of how insane these have been. And we see a change up. I just noticed. It's actually Keo out on the start. Violent Kain going with his strongest foot forward.
That's true. I feel like Keo's been definitely doing a lot of the work the past couple of weeks. And even in this match like that, we definitely see him doing a lot of work with Keo. But that's a risk, right? You put your best character forward. Maybe El Rosa's best character is going to be the Joe. And we'll see what kind of flow we see from this character. Jump CD, the throw, on the wake up, put him back to sleep, the dash in situation. El Rosa caught up in the corner, jump CD again, arrest it.
You can talk about that flow, man. Not only is Violent Kain trying to spit hot bars, which he's going to do right now, and take out this entire Joe's life, but Joe relies so heavily on tempo control. He needs to be able to keep pace in his favor. That's why he's so good as a point. That fireball game, the poke game, the damage he's got without having to worry too much about meter. That just got shut down entirely by a rushdown character without much struggle. That was huge.
I like that. Reading the rhythm and rhyme of those fireballs all the damn time. That's, man, like Violent Kain. He knows what to do. Gotta get up close and personal. Close quarters combat out here. But the thing you gotta fear is that bar D if a Rosa gets going with that bar. I haven't seen it though.
And max mode's on deck too. That is, actually, he doesn't even need it. He doesn't even need max mode. He just needs to get one hit. You gotta watch out for the back of your dome though. Once again, people need to get that extra vision, that super vision, which is what we're seeing out of that Shatter Strike. Cash out that super, absolutely, because you want Ralph gone ASAP. And he goes for the same pressure, and he jumps in.
The
gets
throw.
the makes the super.
Another one.
Yo.
2 throws.
You want one? I'm sorry. You said you want one? I could have sworn you asked for the 2-piece combo. This man is going for an OCB to try and shut them down, Cola.
I don't know though. I mean, El Rosa getting soaked a little bit, whiffs but no hit. But Violent Kain, maybe this was the way to play, right? They'll get the big drops from El Rosa. Wakes up with the DP again with the violence, reversing the situation with a reversal.
This is the thing I've been worried about. Okay, you can't. Oh, and then he
no
again. This is what I was worried about. The Gato wasn't looking as hot in the first 2 games because he was dropping multiple strings. He was not getting that safe pressure, and now because of 2 huge drops, he is taking a lot of unnecessary damage. He has, however, finally dealt with the Keo. That's max mode. That's 2 bars on deck, and a dream left for El Rosa to try and make this comeback.
Oh, it's a dream and a prayer. I don't know though. This is looking real difficult only with one character, but Gato, definitely top tier out here. It's not done off the EX again. More violence and trying to take him out. Violent Kain not getting blessed too much, but that was super sick with it.
Yes, this is exactly what you got to do. You got to keep that pressure on. You got to keep going for jump ins. Make him fear you on pressure so you can bait out one of those DPs. And there he goes. Catches him on the EX. If he does not drop this, that's a dead rock. Actually, never mind. That just missed. But he catches him on the low. I could have sworn that was going to finish it. But do we get a reversal? Does the Gato finally come out? Does he make me shut up? Because it's sure looking like it. We got Terry versus Gato.
Sometimes it takes a little bit to get going and flowing. Sometimes you gotta get real warmed up. It's difficult when you switch characters back and forth like that. But El Rosa may return the favor of the clean sweep. But here's the super bar being spit, and you see the bar at the bottom. It's about to be a finish. The throw, 1 touch to seal the whip DP. No punish. What's going on, Ajax?
Oh, he's got
the
EX
chase
back shoot. EX back shoots on deck, but he just
Oh,
goes for the
the
burn knuckles and
burn knuckle.
guarantee the trade. He comes in hot with the meanest right hook you ever seen, and he shuts it down. After that, Gato almost got the reverse 3-0. He did not let him close it out, and he is indeed your winner of this round and seals the deal for Team Jmcrofts to continue to move forward in this gauntlet with that 3-0.
Wow. This has been ridiculous action. And our predictions had came true. But you see what happened here? I think it's not just about the players playing, right? It's the order of the team members. It's the characters that they play. And I think Jmcrofts just had a better team plan, a better call out on what Team Kizzie Kay want to do today. And the drops on the other side were too much. And Jmcrofts picking it up 5-second rule. So it's safe to eat. And that's the defeat of Team Kizzie Kay.
Hey, you already know, man. Look, if I say, like, you just got to dust it off. You just got to dust it off a little bit, and it's still safe to go. And that's exactly what kind of happened with Jmcrofts. I got to point back to Jmcrofts again. I feel like Jmcrofts winning set the tempo for this team because he came out after not winning a single round all these weeks. But that don't matter because round robin's over. It's playoffs, as Kizzie Kay dubs himself. Jmcrofts came out with a win to start. That gets your team lined up. That gets you motivated. That gets you fired up. Diaphone stopped what has been a problem. He did not drop that game 3 clutch. He sealed the deal with that, or with the Dolores after the big whiff. And then speaking of big whiffs, these whiff punishes that El Rosa left on deck with that Gato really sealed the win for Violent Kain, because that could have absolutely gone El Rosa's way if he did not drop those games. There's still 2 rounds to go. But as we all know, reverse 3-0s, super common. When somebody gets a dub like that, all of a sudden things start to click. And if Violent Kain drops the second game, all of a sudden you're like, wait, do we need a switch? Or do we stick with him? And fear settles in. That don't matter anymore, because not only is there 5 guaranteed gifted subs, guaranteed extra $25 on the side of Jmcrofts, courtesy of Kizzie Kay himself, and that also guarantees that they don't get that McDonald's money. They instead get the chance at that steak, that big prize, as they continue to move forward here in the gauntlet bracket.
I don't want to take anything from Kizzie Kay, though. They played amazingly throughout the weeks. You know, I really feel like that team was, when you look at, you know, the matches like that today, especially, they were very close. And a lot of their other matches previous weeks were very close too as well. It's just the characters they play, the members that they send up, it just wasn't the right sort of thing. I feel like that team aspect was a little bit lacking. However, those are still top level competitors. We'll take anything away. They're still going to be walking away with a little bit of that guap, you know what I'm saying? So a little bit of the green, not as mean as, you know, that top spot, but it's okay. But Kizzie Kay, though, their team overall, I'm excited to see how they're going to compete later on in other tournaments. Obviously, we have Texas Showdown in like 2 weeks, whatever. Evo, CEO, Combo Breaker, all those cool things. So they're all going to be big threats. I think if you're watching this and saying, "Oh, that was free," they got cleaned up their last place. You next on the list, dog. So you better get ready, prepare, and stay steady, because Kizzie Kay and them team, they had to go up against the best of the U.S. and teams in terms of King of Fighters. So you know, it wasn't easy, but someone got to go home.
I mean, look, you already know, like, when commentators start talking about players doing bad, you get Punk bodying Acoustics. So that's pretty much what happens out here. Now, shout out to Acoustics, because I actually appreciate what he got started with that. But Team Jmcrofts coming out here looking insane to start things off, because what could you have asked for more to go up against insane team himself, Team Coach T, because you needed to be warmed up. You needed to be ready to go. And I don't think it could have been said better than what you were talking about, where not only is it so important that you get the characters lined up properly, because you got to figure out each time what's going to work. We saw multiple times where the switches, like the Diaphone switch with the Vanessa, got them the dub. We saw that Kyo switch really just was able to just get rid of Ralph and deal with problems and bring it down to the last hit. But the people playing against each other, if you did not read your opponent and get that lineup the way you needed to, that could have gone very different. That could have gone absolutely different. But instead, they got the right guesses. They got it figured out. And Team Jmcrofts continues to move forward. Team Kizzie Kay, like you said, there is zero chance, that we don't see El Rosa continue to dominate, like, and just prove himself time and time again in the future. There is no chance that someone like Andy, with how much, with a resume like Andy, that he doesn't take this and go, There ain't no way I'm gonna let people call me free and just put in work with that Kyo and figure out the rest of its team without Kay. Because again, we want you to play, and Kay ain't the way. That's not it right now. Put it in the trash, bro. That's what special K breakfast ain't it right now, bro. Like, look, you gotta bump yourself up to the K-Dash cereal, like you were saying. But eventually, I know he's gonna figure that out. And then Kizzie Kay, there ain't no way. There is absolutely no way that Kizzie Kay will go ahead and let himself go down like that, because this man is a competitor, multiple top 8s. For a reason, with characters that are usually not as busted as everybody else, but he makes it work, and he's gonna make it work again in the future. So big shout outs to them for the performance this entire time. Still, we man, insane. I can't wait to hear from somebody when we get to them. We're gonna get to some. We're gonna listen to one of them pretty soon. We're just getting that all situated. But chat, are you not entertained? I know that is the very most cliche line that we can say, but are you not entertained? Because we are at week 4, finals week, and that's how we started off. That's how we started off. That's how we started.
That's how we get down. That's how we getting down. Like round after round, that's how we getting down. That's what's good.
We can't, man. We can't. There is zero chance. There is zero chance that we can just like move forward without continued insane gameplay. Also move forward without shouting out Kizzie Kay himself, who just dropped a whole 700 plus person raid into the chat. Thank you all for joining us here on the side of Wisdom Gaming. I know you all been watching from everybody's streams. Also, speaking of that, I want to shout out to everybody who's watching on each individual stream. I know Justin Wong and everybody are streaming right now. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in with us all these 4 weeks. We're getting ready to get into this next interview, but for real, it's been an absolute blast, for one, to just do this with you for the first time. Period.
That's true.
And with this action, it's just been phenomenal. Like, it's just been absolutely phenomenal.
I mean, the fact that we get like some of the best in the U.S. when it comes to King of Fighters out here has been super sick. And we also get to see a lot of the variety, a lot of characters I don't get to see typically in a lot of tournaments, because a lot of y'all be doing something different with it. We said the K-Dash, that character a little ass. That is what it is. But I do like the fact that people are playing different characters, things like that as we get further on. As we get further on the bracket too, I gotta mention the fact that, Jmcrofts is going to be heated up. Their team is going to be heated up after their win, and I think that's a really important situation, right? As a fighting game player, you want to play as many games as possible as you're going on, because I think a lot of people might think of this as difficult for the people at the bottom, right? They start at the bottom, and they got bottom seeds. Oh, they got to work their way up all the way to the top. Nah, Team Coach Steve out here and Justin Wong are at the top. They stay in cold. But let's heat it up a little bit with this interview and talk to the most violent Kain himself. Bro, where you at? Where you at?
Get in this room. Get in this room right now. We're getting him in here in a second. He's coming in. I
hear something. The spirits are with me. I hear something.
Who said lie detected? Oh, that was Teiga.
I'm here.
Good.
What's up?
Oh,
he's here.
Hey, we hear him. Okay, so the voice in our head is talking to us. Is that you, Jesus? Because you looking like Jesus out there. That was incredible. I don't know what you play. I don't know who you pray to, but you were able to get those dubs multiple times. You got those big whiffs from Rosa. But how are you feeling after that first set? Because we look at you as the ace of the staff, and that was looking really stressful right there,
dude. To be honest, I didn't know what happened, and dude, I stopped holding my stick when Rosa was doing his combo, and then he dropped it, and I just pressed the button, dude. I couldn't believe it, but
what are you standing up for? What are you standing up for?
Yo,
Kain!
My god, we had a moment, but it wasn't on camera. Oh man, I'm so glad you told us, because that makes it even funnier. Well, like, now that is out of the way, you guys coming in here, you're in that position. You're pretty much the team that everybody's kind of looking at as like, do they have a big shot to possibly run it all the way through? Because Kizzie Kay's team was struggling a bit, but as the 4th seed, sometimes people get amped up. But there's zero chance people can look at that team that you're on and not see you and the performances we've seen out of Diaphone and then Jmcrofts today, and not look at what could be a very strong ride through this bracket.
Yeah, I feel like we're pretty strong today, and I'm pretty confident that we will make it through Justin Wong's team.
Ooh, Ooh, okay.
He said,
okay.
not just Coach Steve, but also Justin Wong's team. All right, I got a question.
Yeah.
My only question. How free do you think this match is going to be versus Coach Steve? Now, I'm not saying they're free. I'm saying I want to hear smack talk from you. How free do you think this is going to be?
I don't think they are free. They're gonna be at least for James and Diaphone, and I think they want to the match. So it's gonna be hype.
Well,
That's all most of it. I heard it's going to be hype. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying?
That
was
so
good.
I did hear.
The
I did
Discord
hear a little.
muted most of what he said.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of that. See, all that was we had to bleep it all out. That's the problem. But no,
Yeah.
So he was talking about how like Jmcrofts and Diaphone, you know, I think that they're gonna do well. But I feel like for him, the way he's feeling. Oh, there he is. There he's back in. All right. So I feel like a lot of confidence is coming out of you right now. I'm super happy to hear it, especially after you had one of the best openings we could have asked for with that team. Even though it was a 3-0, it was in no way, shape, or form a 3-0. Every single one of those rounds with the game 3, and people had to work to get them. Even though you also had to work to replace the controller back in your hand so you could then finish the round, you still had to work to do it, and you still have a shot at a bigger piece of that $10,000. Best of luck. We're going to hear more from the rest of the team in a little bit. We're going to go ahead and get things started with the next match in a second. But Violent Kain, cool the nerves. Get yourself recomposed because you still got more games to go.
Good luck, bro.
All right. Cola.
He's gone.
Cola.
All right.
Cola, how do we top that? How do we top that?
Well, I mean, we top it by giving them some sick action. But I believe... Before we do, we have to hit a quick break to get everything situated and, stationated and things like that. So when we return from a quick break, we're going to have more fantastic King of Fighters action. Don't go nowhere, because I don't know.
What are you guys trying to say? You guys hear me?
right, everyone, you already know we're not done. We only got one round of Fight Night Lights Out done here on the finals week. We're getting into round 2. It is time for Team Jmcrofts. I was about to say Team TSM for a second there. Team Jmcrofts versus Team Coach Steve, Team NY. For this next set, I'm Ajax, once again brought to you back with the best man on the ones and twos and on the sticks, because like we said, the casters' lives matter too. We got St. Cola. How are you feeling about this next match, man?
Bro, I'm feeling like I don't know who's gonna take it though. I'm gonna be real with you. After what we have been seeing previously and leading up, we have now Jmcrofts, Team Content. I'm in content out of you with Diaphone and Violent Kain going up against Team Professional Masters as Team Coach with Coach Steve, Yurikov, and Teiga KOF, because he's been recently claimed by the Mexican fame. That's what he said, you know, so I got to put the respect on his name, going up against each other. Now, I again, it's so hard to call because I saw Team Content Creator to not be as, I didn't think Jmcrofts was going to get into Kizzie Kay like that, but it was a wrap like that with the first match, and they're carrying that heat into the next match, and Team Coach Steve a little cold with it. Hopefully they've been doing some warm-ups, and hopefully we get him on the action. Here we go. On the screen.
I'm always hot, baby. I don't know.
Right into it. Right into
Why
it.
He looking right over to him. Dang. He was looking at him like this. He was like,
oh, I just feel, yeah, he's always hot, and he pulled out the mug. He got the tea. He got the cocoa. It don't matter. He's ready to cook. This man is ready to go. All right, so like you said, you're already hot. You already hot. So we're gonna save the bars for you after because this man just won. So we gotta let him talk first. Team Jmcrofts. How you feeling about that one, and how you feel about going to this next matchup against Coach Steve?
You know, I'm feeling good. I think we definitely we were saving some stuff up for today. First of all, I got to shout out Justin Wong, because after last week's stream, I went into Justin's stream chat and he said, "Listen, if you want to win, you have to start Clark." So I made that change, and I actually think that that's why I beat Kizzie. I think if I started Elizabeth, I wouldn't have won. So shout outs to Justin. But I think with my newfound team order, and I think the team is feeling confident too, I think we stand a good chance here against Team Coach.
I actually do think that team order is much better for you though, for real. So yeah. And then you
stop giving him tips. What are you doing?
Well, but now he's gonna know what order.
It's out in the air. Justin already gave it to him. I just said
Justin, what are you doing too?
It doesn't matter because now I have a newly found Mexican in Teiga KOF. You know, like I'm already here.
You're right.
Yurikov is already here. Like, it's time, bro. We're gonna tee up and then we're gonna see what happens.
Hey, you already know, man. SK love Mexico, bro. He got the power up ready to go for him. And also, big agree, by the way, on the Clark, because we saw the Elizabeth in previous rounds and it just wasn't able to get it done off the rip. But you came out here with the best package delivery in the business and sealed the deal in that first win. That was really impressive. But, Coach, you're a little too nice off the start. You got that. You got the new addition. You have drafted Mexico. But how are you feeling about moving forward into this next round?
I'm 4 for 4 on orders. So we're good. We're good to go. I'm just waiting to play.
Dang, we're good to go.
The rock paper
all right.
scissors before the match even starts. Like what order we put the team in.
So like I was watching I play. I was like, I told them if they win, this has to be the order no matter what, because I think this is gonna be every matchup that I want. Right. So and of course it just worked out.
Well, just taking a look at even in the break, we were looking at the lineups for these matches, and honestly, I do see what you mean, because it definitely lines up in terms of, in our view, probably some of the best matchup lineups we could see between each one, and I can't wait for everybody to see it. Both of you, best of luck. We're going to get ready to get into round 2 for Fight Night Lights Out. And it is going to be an insane one, because with Team Jmcrofts, man, and the way that coaches just proclaimed his strength on these call-outs with the lineups, I feel like we got a good one. Now, I started off prediction with the last one. It's on you. What you got?
I've been watching Coach play. I've been watching his Burn to Fight series, as y'all should, every single week. He's going with that. I think that amassed knowledge plus the heat of his team and Teiga, who was newly Mexican claimed, should claim the fame, and I think they're gonna take it. Team Coach Steve is gonna take it.
So funny enough, that got dropped for me immediately, so I didn't even get to try and tease mine. Team Coach Steve is where I'm sitting for one specific reason. after watching that first round, they had incredible comebacks, but every single one went to game 3. Every single one of them was fought for hard, and now they did get it. They had to fight for it with a lot of stamina to start. So you got a fresh team who was able to get the W on them last week, also to take the seeding to move forward against Team Jmcrofts to get them to second place in the first place. The fact that Violet Kain was actually being pressured in the way that he was, that shows a lot of good signs for Team Coach D, because that's the biggest piece that you definitely would normally look at. But we're getting to get into game number 1. We got Jmcrofts coming back up on the 1s and 2s here to start things off, to go ahead and get that game starter. But we got Yurikov coming out once again, returning with the Metenkun. We saw this show up last week, but then of course Wong and Elizabeth. They put in so much work. That range on Wong, she got the best Pilates in the business. She will stretch them all over on you, and you are going to appreciate it. And then Elizabeth out there playing such a good anchor position. But this switch up, courtesy of Justin Wong, with the Clark at the start, might make the difference. Here we go. To get into game number 1 here, Cola.
Let's see what it do, Jmcrofts. Ooh, yo, from full screen, you mean? I can't believe you did that from downtown. But there we go, Jmcrofts putting the grip on him, the chase down on the back roll. And Jmcrofts, again, we talked about how they were going with the Clark to make that prime positioning, and that was a good decision because he gets so much damage in to get the win. But Yurikov, with the distance, staying away from the grip, knows to keep it nice and neutral with the projectiles because Clark has a problem dealing with the fireballs. You see these full screen lunges.
This Metenkun is looking like such a good answer, except when you get hit. That's a great... That's a huge hit confirm that got into corner position. Can you get out of this spot? And he gets the empty jump, avoiding the command grab. We saw that same thing happen in the previous set where Kizzie Kay got the empty jump with the Robert to get out of there. That matchup looks so good off the start for Yurikov, and something that you mentioned in the previous match up against Kizzie. He got away with a lot of jump-ins. That was completely established on that very beginning that you are not going to safely jump in on me.
Yeah, this character definitely has a DP, so can't run that for free. And look at the pressure into the super. NyQuil on the fist.
Power of the Nova Force coming through and taking it out once again. Metenkun is looking like a perfect ace. Looking amazing on the start. And might get an OCV because this Ash, although has gotten a lot of damage, has had some struggling points when you have to make a full comeback, because you can get it on, but can you do it without having that bar by the time you get to the last character? Because you got to spend that cash to make Ash work.
Yeah, that's cash that needs to be well spent. But right now, Yurikov put him in the corner by the call corner because it's about to be a wrap like that. Jmcrofts trying to land those Sobatos to get things going and the damage flowing. But the EX connects. Yurikov once again with the zoning pressure, and the fact that he's interrupting this dude before he can get anything going has been difficult.
Interruption is the best way to put it. Going in and just every single time this man out here looking like Joe, just go ahead and just walk it up on him over and over and over and over. Nothing was done to stop it. The zoning pressure that happened early against Clark, immaculate. The follow-up that could have been really good counter zoning game from Elizabeth, nullified because you just kept punching him in the face. And then once you get to the last one there with Ash 2, same thing. You try to zone me out, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you got 4 bars. I got 3 characters. I will trade with you all day.
All right, different play. Jmcrofts going with the Elizabeth. Africa, never mind. Clark staying fine. I feel like you have to be careful of your jumping situations. You've got to try to play the neutral a little bit better. It's difficult, though, because Clark has to play the King of Fighters anti-fireball game. Doesn't have anything in his toolkit to deal with it like that. You got to go for the rolls, the lows, and things like that to stay away from the fireball play. But Yuri's been doing a fantastic job of just keeping him out and then disrupting the rhythm of the neutral every so often, changing the narrative with the lunge punches.
And speaking of rhythm,
sometimes
you want to change your rhythm and play a new song. You want to rush down occasionally. And that's what we're seeing kind of off the start. To put it in the head of Jmcrofts saying, I am going to make you think that you could safely press buttons, that you could safely go for command grabs on Wake Up so he can punish him for it. Speaking of Wake Up buttons, we're seeing that out of Yurikov and they're not being respected.
And Yurikov again with the fireball situations right here, putting the pressure on, and Jmcrofts back in the corner. Doesn't know what much to do. You can see he's a little confused. And not back in the corner again. What's your position is? The prison, the EX, the DP, I like that.
That's the first time you've
Meaty
seen it
fireball.
too. It hasn't been revealed to you up to that point. Gets the roll through with the guard cancel, but not enough. Gonna go ahead and answer him on the jump in. Once again, Clark being invalidated.
The overhead.
I love that overhead so much. It is so disrespectful. Just falling on him with the drunken fist on the backhand and just go ahead and wake up real. Hey, you asleep? I thought I was sleeping. And Elizabeth already getting lunged at. You gotta find an answer.
Sleep on this kid. I'm telling you, gonna dream. I'm telling you, the fact that this character's been going with the anti-airs right there and disrupting the rhythm makes Jmcrofts a little bit off their game. No way, look at that. The lunge once again to get in. EX edition. Look at the pickup right here. Spin that EX bar again. Double down the DPs. Oh my God. Once again, it's looking free in the overhead. Deep dish delish.
You're talking about the dreams. Well, the dreams are coming to an end right now for Jmcrofts. And it is looking incredibly solid for Yurikov because we are seeing a dominant two potential character OCP. Metenkun on the first one doesn't come to a close here. You got to cash out. You got to spend as much bar as you can to get that corner carry like we're seeing right now with Ash. Now, you've got to win on the mix-up. You have to. Baits out the DP, but doesn't get much else.
Keep him in the corner, get the Sopato lunge. Punish, yes sir. Find Jmcrofts. He learned that frame data real quick with it. He said, if you're minus, I'm going to take you down. You look like a clown going with all these same moves. But then again, that's only one to get it done. There's two more characters right behind the state fine and Wong. Speaking of fine, core values.
Yeah, you look, you already know who you're talking to. You already know. We appreciate core values out here. Also, both of them bringing it back to 2017 because Ash is super and these flips out here looking like fidget spinners. I don't know what else to say, but I'm fidgeting, looking at Wong, move around like that. But Ash coming through, pushing her over to the corner. Fireballs, you gotta respect them. Attempted bait, but you have to wait for the delay because of how far that hits. Oh, climax!
Oh, no way!
Yes,
no
baby!
way!
Yes, baby!
Yurikov!
Let me just talk to you
You
real quick.
goat! For the culture! Yurikov for the culture! For the people!
All I'm saying is that really a bad way to go out? For the culture. For the culture. And of course, it was actually the Metenkun who ended up taking the whole thing. So good. That character, like the lunges, the fireball pressure, the ability to just consistently shut it down. I know for a fact also that we have been killing production with all of this the entire time. Y'all can't hear it. We can't hear it either, but I know they are laughing. And I hope you're having a ball chat too, because that is an incredible way to start off the second round. Jmcrofts, he had lightning in the bottle with that first game up against Kizzie Kay, but kind of got caught in a very bad matchup. Not even like a skill thing. I feel like the bad matchup was like the real big thing that kind of set the tone, because the Clark, it was revealed that's going to be his starter, but decided to stick with the Clark. It couldn't answer the fireball. And then after that, just kept getting rushed down and had no answer for that either. So that was just perfect dissection from Yurikov.
You saw maybe a little matchup unfamiliarity, because not that many people play that character. I'm gonna be real with you.
It's like the only one I'm seeing. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I think like Yurikov's the only one I'm seeing right now.
I think a lot of people drop that character, but that definitely helped out. And you saw the viability of watching the matches like that. You said, oh, they're gonna start with this character. That's cool. I got something for you. Because if you see me in the bracket, we'll rap like that. And again, we are seeing the difficulty of like having to fight some of these characters. Yurikov, something different with it, different sort of flavor. You can see him savor the matches. The throw pressure after the knockdowns from Wong was super sick with the cross ups. And you saw the whiff DP come for Ash. Man.
You're so lucky you kept speaking after you said savor the flavor, man, because I was probably going somewhere I wasn't allowed to go. But that... I am very out of pocket, but definitely deep in the pockets is Coach Steve, because they're trying to go ahead and get some extra money in that pocket right now. The way that first game looked, that looked incredible. They're trying to go ahead and move forward with another W with newly dubbed Mexicano himself, Teiga, up against Diaphone. This one, I feel like, is such an important match, because Teiga has had moments where he has gotten close to clutching it and just missed out. Diaphone has had multiple times where he's gotten close to clutching it and just missed out. But today wasn't one of those days. Today, he actually did clutch it out with the 2-1. Does that steam come to an end too? Does that steam also shut down? This is why before we got the predictions, I was thinking for a moment, like, you know, I've been Team NY like all the way through, but do we have to look at that a bit and see how Jmcrofts did? And then when you look closely, you realize how close those matches were. Diaphone has got to get the momentum back in his team. He's got to make it so he can move that team again, make them feel motivated, because you got Violet Kain still at the back. You have potential. But right now, Team NY, Teiga himself, the Mexican himself, he's feeling good.
Look at that.
Oh, look at him.
They gotta change the flag up on the Dewey though.
Yo, yeah,
it's different. It's definitely different.
Somebody change that to green real quick. Just real quick for me.
Well, I'll tell you, when you have that flag draped on your back like that, from the strongest scene for King of Fighters that has been like that, you've gotta win, Teiga. All right, or else you're toxic. You can't carry the name and take that fame if you're not gonna win. All right, that's just toxicity, Teiga. You understand? So I want to see all those hits land. I know that after, as him as a competitor, after he lost to Reynald so badly, so terribly, that you know he don't want anything to look free anymore. He's definitely gonna come with his best to impress. We're gonna have to see, because Diaphone might put him to rest. Diaphone, as you had said, has been definitely a little different in these brackets, been finding the finishes, being able to seal things. Finally, I feel like this is the right time to shine, but again, it's not the end. We're gonna see these two competitors go at it. I can't tell who's gonna win. We both maybe not rooting, but we predicted that Team Coach C was gonna take it. I like their game plans, but then again, all it takes is one person to take the momentum back like that for their team and put it back in their hands. And we'll have to see how things land. I don't know. I don't know.
Historically speaking, if you look at even just history of like Grand Finals and Evo, higher percentage rate for those who are resetting Grand Finals to win the whole thing, who come from the loser side to win the whole thing. Now, we did predict Team Coach Steve because, for one, we definitely feel like they got the strength to do it. But you can never sleep on the comeback factor. You can never sleep on the fact that somebody might wake them up. And Teiga, with the new transition over with to Teiga KOF, El Teiga KOF, he's definitely going to be feeling like riled up. And like you said, after going up against both Reynald and Violet Kain in previous weeks, he got thrown into like the absolute like oven. Like, okay, Coach Steve said, "Look, Teiga, here you go. I'm tossing you to the wolves. Now you got to fight your way out of the wilderness." He said, "Why, bro? Like,
why?"
But now he's gonna go up against Diaphone, who Diaphone again looks so good. Can he find his way through? Can he find his way to get that W? We'll see. Here to start things off with game number 1. Same teams, both sides. Nobody's really shifted away from this. The Robert, the Rock, and the Andy. The only Andy we've been seeing doing it here up on the sticks when it comes to our tournament, at least. And then Athena, Vanessa, and Dolores. The Athena has been so good, man. Team Waifu. Athena's really good for that Shoto style. How you feeling about this first game as we get ready to start things off?
All I gotta say is, Teiga, bro, the reversals gotta go. That has been one of his biggest pain points throughout these tournaments, is his reliance on the reversal. I feel like some of that essence of other games has leaked into this one, and people know how to wait and bait and deliberate to make this man configure. We're gonna see who's gonna figure out each other's faces. Teiga versus Diaphone. Let's get it. Pull back like that with a meaty fireball. The CD is so good on Roberto. You get that combo, and then you get to put him in the corner and lock them up a bit, Akon style.
Absolutely. You talk about delivery, but if you got the blueprint to succeed, especially if people have done it before you, you go ahead and follow that to the T. And there's the CDs over and over again, because why not? You got 5D on other characters, you got CD on Robert, because it's always gonna give you what you're looking for. EX kicks, cash it out into DP. Actually, no, he doesn't really do that. He always goes to kicks. Here we go. EX kicks, get that damage on, finish it out with DP, and he's giving him that respect. Diaphone getting cooked for it, though. A little too much respect in the corner, and that's gonna get him blown up, and Robert getting that first carry.
I actually think he got more than cook. He got burnt right there as Teiga just firing off at all cylinders. Interruption on the dash. You may not pass, but Diaphone still be pressing and push him to the corner. Man, that was sick until Diaphone starts the fairness of gameplay that you'll love to see. No jump CD just yet, but the throw, though, a few more options.
Oh, yeah. All right, there we go. Wake up with the throw. Okay, there we go. EX kicks. Yes, sir. Get that damage on. Spend as much as you need, because you want to make sure you get this Vanessa chunked. Absolutely spend that super. Very much so. Looking smooth out here like baby oil. What you going to do about this mix? He's going to wake up with buttons to get out of there.
Off the light to stay all right. Into the super. A lot of damage. And that seals it, Diaphone. And that's unfortunate. You spent all that bar at the bottom to go far. Teiga not able to seal the deal. Diaphone killed the characters. But now we're only 1-1. Let's see if this Rock can get it done.
Now, I feel like even though Rock likes to play the up-close game, you gotta watch out specifically for the Repukens, because if you give a free jump in off a CD or any openings, you're going to the corner. Even though he likes being able to do the rush down, you gotta respect that here against Vanessa.
Jxay blocks it out though. Diaphone getting open up. The EX connects, the pickup, the put down with the palms, mini fireball, in the call out. Call 1-800, you're free.
Free is this paycheck they about to cash if they keep going the way they're going. Teiga has put the Dolores out here at the last piece. This Dolores did find its way before, but the problem is, I think Teiga's done a good job of playing grounded, which we're seeing right now. He catches him, and now he's got that pressure in the corner. You could bait out an aggressive option from Diaphone there because he hasn't gone for DP on Wake Up at all in the corner, but he's just gonna jump, cross up, get the corner himself.
It is a super, lot of damage done. More conversion. Maybe 2 right here, but Teiga, so it's bar to cook with, and you want to kill as much of this character's health as possible before you go on with this Andy. The Andy, I feel like, hasn't been the strongest point of Teiga's characters. Diaphone with the far D, jump in situation. She can anti-air, but she can't DP unless she's using super.
Exactly. Simplicity is key right now. Just consistently try to play that poke game, but that's 2 jump-ins you've allowed. Now you got to worry about this jump-in as well. Coming in, pressure coming in from Teiga. All he needs is 1 hit confirm, but he gets the trade. The trade goes to Diaphone. Hope still alive for Diaphone to try and close this out.
But Teiga still thrive. You see that bar? Quick max on the deck like that. If Teiga can stay solid with it and stay in, get that win. This character does not like the pressure, and Dolores has to be at the right space and place to put her traps like that, right? To put her fireballs and things like that, so Teiga keep the movement in this movement. Look at that. Making them waste bar.
Yeah, and also another thing too is you gotta watch out for when Teiga baits you into that, because you go for fireballs intentionally to bait the teleport. You want someone to do that. So after a while, you just go ahead and get scooped up for your troubles. This man runs up, gets the throw, gets the first game. Team Coach Steve is thriving again. Diaphone only works by going all the way to game number 3. Does game number 3 happen? Does Diaphone make it work? I mean, still consistent with it. He brought it down to last character. And he brought it down to a stressful spot, but that Andy was able to seal the deal.
The fact that Teiga has taken that Shoto style that he has in multiple games, right? And has taken it to another level in this one. Because I feel like he's playing too many games previously in King of Fighters. Now he's playing King of Fighters. He's playing at the ranges where he needs to play at as a Shoto player in here. He's watching out for the defensive tactics that he didn't before. And now we're seeing what's in store for Teiga. A possible 2-0 sweep of defeat, possibly. But Diaphone ain't done just yet. Team Waifu still going long and strong. Let's see if that that pillow play can work out here today.
Hey man, look, pillow play, sometimes you just gotta talk and listen. You just gotta listen to what they gotta say. And right now, the thing you're listening to is the fact that Vanessa had to go first, because the last round, this is the same thing that happened. Athena got pushed to second, and he was able to run it. And that's how you do it. Catch those swift TPs, get a free corner carry, and now you got mix.
And this is how we do it. It is Friday night. And Diaphone's feeling all right with his corner pressure. The scoop, the EX once again. Sway situation.
Ooh. And you're right, the party is here on the west side, baby. But he gets crossed up, and he gets the ES kicks. And now he's got to watch out. Oh, wait, no. The American reset, baby. Go ahead and get him restanded and getting that damage going. Diaphone was not ready for that one. And Teiga coming through. Newly dubbed
Teiga. Bro, he got the bar at the end of that combo. Got him with the, got him with the Teiga.
He's about to be screaming that name on his own after this one, because if he gets through this W, for one, Coach is feeling good. Not respecting him on Wake Up with the DP after going for it last time. Not expecting it again, but catches him with the Athena. Not bad. Only taking a little bit of damage. Now you're in the zoning war with Rock, but you gotta watch out because Rock with punishes so hard. You cannot commit to cycle balls too much, because that's what happens right there. You get kicked in the face.
Yeah, zoning in this game a little bit different with it. Obviously, you can hop over the fireballs, you get the call it like that. So you got to be aware of the spacing. That's why you see this crouching button a little bit first on block, and then the fireball from Diaphone. Same day delivery on gets the fireball. Once again, the jumper situation, Teiga puts some damage on him and put him in the corner.
Good job blocking the lows, not falling for any mixes, coming straight in, getting aggro, spending all the cash just to get himself out of the corner, but that leaves 3 bars on deck for Rock. 1 hit confirm takes it out, but That's good. He's got a bar. Goes for the safe mix-up with the Psycho Ball. And then just gets scooped. He sees he's pressing too many buttons. But then he gets scooped right back.
The throw right back at him. The EX. The dash in commit. Are you kidding me? He dashed in to get the win. Diaphone, you feeling different, call you stranger. If he wins, it won't be a no-brainer. With this Athena, the way he's playing, this is sick.
Well, he's going to have to think. He's going to have to use all them brain cells right now because of the fact that that is 4 bars attached to Andy, and he will give you a concussion with that elbow ASAP. You got to watch out for any pressure, which you got to look for it yourself. These mixes, you getting mixed left and right, so mix and clap, but then he comes through with the DP. Climax cancel. Speaking of that super, let's go ahead and just delete most of that life.
Ashy elbows. We throwing those. Teiga trying to seal it with this one character. Has bar. Diaphone being real annoying with it with the zoning. But one good jump in will be the win. One less character.
Teiga's starting to catch up on these teleports, seeing that he's being real aggressive off the pokes. He's not going for Psycho Balls anymore. He's going for more mixes. But now it's on to the Dolores. The Dolores was able to make it work before, and she gonna take my breath away, much like this match, because I'm already losing my voice. We only in the second round.
Big jumping once again, doubling down with it. You gotta watch your dome. Christening the cranium.
I like the restand. Restand was magical. Go ahead, keep that pressure, and catch him on hit confirm. Catch out the super. Not enough. He still has a chance. Now he's on the magic pixel. He cannot afford to take any chip, and that forced the teleport and the free bait and the free punish. And that is Team Coach Steve getting 2 wins on the board already to start things off here.
Teiga.
Looking nice.
KOF. Teiga, even though he is toxic,
nah, that's
Teiga.
That's El
He's been
Teiga
ridiculous
now.
with it.
That's El Teiga now, bro.
El Teiga now?
El Teiga now. El Teiga KOF, man. He is looking amazing. That was so good because he didn't fall for the mixes later. You saw how Diaphone kept going for the teleport mix, but after a while, he did it too much. So what do you expect at that point? He never did DP with Athena. Like, he just did it. So it's in your head like, all right, well, I just won't play within that range in case you decide to do it, because I'm just going to whiff punish you anyway. That was really smart from Teiga. He kept his patience, and that's really important. I think a lot of that comes from that fundamentals of the other games, like you said, maybe your Street Fighters, where he knows not to overextend. If you're struggling in games like this, it's probably because you're holding forward too much. Sometimes it's the right play to play back and wait for people to make the mistakes themselves. That's when you get your free openers, and that's playing good fundamental gameplay and fundamentally getting them not 1, but 2 dubs on the side already of Team Coach Steve.
Damn. That look a little dangerous. It's a lot of weight on Violent King's shoulders, but he's been here before, right? He has been here as a determiner, so it's still not clear who's going to take it. But then again, Coach Steve said this is the order that he had wanted, right? This is what he had wanted to see. He had already taken the data from them. So either way, it's not going to be free. I feel like either person could take it, but Violent King definitely needs to do something more so we can see more in store, because I definitely want to see some more games. But then again, Coach Steve super strong with it, obviously running the running this tournament, practicing consistently day after day. And I feel like when you are starting to be a TO and you start to witness that tournament play, you start to learn more about the game, and that definitely helps out. We've seen that in his plays. He's gotten better and better week after week. We'll have to see, though.
I mean, hey, like they said, fight, coach, fight. This is the opportunity for Coach Steve to seal the deal, to try and take the W here against Violent Kain, to try and go ahead and put this to bed and move forward and get that matchup again, that rematch against Justin Wong. But he's got Violent Kain to get through first. He's got a big issue in Violent Kain, who decided this time to pull out the Iori, which what he was using just the other day, and Tampa Never Sleep. So it's warmed up, it's ready to go, and it's ready to fight. Problem is, though, you got to deal with Ralph on point, which has been absolutely one of the best options that Coach Steve has been going for of late.
Bro, Ralph, he don't need an army. He got those arms, see? Check my man. He is decked out with the damage. We have talked about this character over and over, and part of the reason is that Fardy doing a lot of work, plus the meterless damage that can get going and flowing, and any damage with meter, woo-wee, careful.
That base damage off a hit confirm is nuts. But you also have to respect the record pressure from, actually, no, you don't. You don't at all. Actually, you just got to walk up and punch him in the face, OTG to get the extra damage. No, instead, going for the mix. Decided to try and catch him on wake up. Didn't get it, but you see, like, you can see like Coach Steve's game plan already. It looks like he's trying to play the mental war with Violent Kain to see if he can bait out the DPs early on or any type of wake up on button. Speaking of DP, he also happened to have his own to stop that jump in.
Violent Kain get a little bit too aggressive with it, and you see the problem with that character. I feel like Iori, has been a classically strong character. Not so much this time. Sore buttons to not say fine, and now Coach Steve with the first one. Jump CD over and over again to get that quarter push position and hopefully get that win. And the far D also check him. Quick max no conversion like that may be a waste of bar. Look at the defense from Coach Steve just blocking it out.
That was really good from Coach too, because he kept pressing buttons on check to make sure that if you decided to try and get a jump in for a hit confirm from max mode, we're trading. Because if we trade, you don't get your combo. I'll take the damage. That's fine. I'm cool with that. And that is huge. Because these jump CDs have been like the main answer that we haven't seen anybody else do. Violent Kain has been running over everybody with Kyo, and he's currently getting run over right now already, Cola.
The anti-airs aren't there. All the supers are connecting, and my man's going to connect this, the face, to put him in his place. Mashed potatoes.
Man, look, I'm already hungry. It's time to eat, but they trying to eat right now. They trying to go ahead and get a big old meal with that money because it looking like the way Coach Steve is playing, they trying to go ahead and find their way over to the steakhouse. But you got to respect as well the 5D from the Terry. The pressure from Terry is not the strongest, but the damage he can get is enormous. That's if you even get that hit. Because Ralph is out here trying to OTG to get that extra damage.
This corner push, this play today right here, Coach Steve's been great. DP, but that's not a big problem for Coach Steve. The wake up throw though, adding up. Violent Kain has to do this with the Terry. I definitely see him get the OCVs with Terry. Part of that's a crack kick. He ain't gonna react like that, pushing online to stay fine. And the burn knuckle takes him down, but that's only one in terms of rounds or characters if you want to put it like that. But now we got the Dolores Cocoa Butter on the screen. She's still mean. I'm telling you, she gets them zonings. It could be clean when it comes to the conversions, but you have to be at the right space and place. We see Dolores go down some of these rounds. Like, she can't always be at that right area. If there's one character that can just skip the neutral a bit, it's Terry to do it.
Absolutely. Her movement do be looking like silk sometimes, though, coming through. Put him in the grave. Got that damage, hitting hard. Magic Pixel, though. Magic Pixel. And at that point, you go for as many air-to-airs as possible because you're not trying to deal with Burn Knuckle. You're going to trade, and you do not want to deal with any other grounded moves because you'd rather go ahead and get that free damage in the air. Coach Steve looked like what we have been expecting to see out of him all through this bracket. That is the first time. Coaches look good, but that's the first time I've seen Coach Steve look very comfortable in the setting of KOF. That was perfect play.
His feet are up. He's relaxing, maxing out, all cool. And he's taking Violent Kain to school. I'll tell you right now, my man's looking a little unfortunate. Maybe it's the pressure of Violent Kain having to do so much work with the team on his back like that, carrying him. But the clap back from Coach Steve, it might be a wrap like that. I'll tell you, Coach Steve, his defense. One of the things that I really like is his defense. And when he is jumping with the CD has been great, but his defense overall has been fantastic. That's why we see the switch up from Violent Kain with the Terry.
Well, Violent Kain's team is definitely full of a bunch of guys who are up to no good because Terry, Rock, and Kyo are not here for you. They are out here to send you right out to Bel Air. And that is not where you want to be because this man is going ahead and jumping CD. Go ahead and making you feel stupid for trying to even exist on the same screen as him. That rising tackle just caught him because if that was whipped, woo, that would have been real bad as he sent them straight to the corner.
Smoked like barbecue. DP though, down to the ground. Violent Kain with a little bit more pressure. Now I like that he's going for, maybe like the stronger character first, at least obviously in terms of tier list. But if Coach Steve can put this character down on the ground, that may be a big pain point for Violent Kain. Not tonight.
Very, very big, important dub to start things off there. The way that we just saw Violent Kain not only simplify the game, but he also was able to do it without going for EX crack shoot mix-ups where he was going for it in the last game. That taking out Ralph, now Dolores has got to deal with the damage potential of Terry, where he can just run up on him. There's another rising tackle. We're seeing Violent Kain getting way more aggressive on wake up and aggressive on these cross-ups too. Gonna go ahead and bring her all the way over to the corner with the power guys.
The super guard cancel switch out there, but you're back in the corner. Oh, he's still aware too. Look at the jump in, but the throw though. Gonna put him back to sleep. Didn't get the full conversion. Burn knuckle. Doing it wrong, make him fall.
Oh, 5D check, keeping him out of the air, making sure that he doesn't have these jump-ins, which he had last game for free, and he checks him again, trying to move forward, but just the 5B, just making sure, don't you move, and then the trade. Does Coach Steve answer back with his own reverse OCV? Because if there's something that he's always had the experience with, the potential to make things work, it's this Mai. He is always made this Mai work, but you have to have meter to do it. She's very much one of the best neutral characters in the game, but if you want to cash out that damage, you got to build out them bars.
Yep, and them bars will go far. It can be really annoying using that fireball to be able to kind of scoot step behind it. Careful of the DPs. My man's been running for free. Get the jump in, side switch with it though, but you want to save that bar for those cash out moments to get that damage. We've seen it before with this character. She didn't really have the mix up like that. So to get the damage going and flowing, you gotta have those bars, gotta be able to land something though. Violent Kain, landing most of these hits.
This is the scariest part about it. You want to be able to spend the bar, but you really can't because you got to spend them on these guard cancels because Terry's pressure is just too big. You can't afford to take a hit confirm. That's 3 bars standing on the face of you, on the side of Terry. He's going to power geyser. He's going to send you all the way up to the other side. He's going to spend that cash right now, bring you right to the corner. Power geyser, you are at 1. Oh, never mind, I forgot. Excuse me, you could do 2. You want 1? Don't worry about it. It's plenty still to go. We got leftovers. We got 2. And we got 2 games done. 1 game apiece. On the side of Violent Kain, on the side of Coach Steve, getting our game number 3. Do we see the potential stop to another reverse 3-0?
I don't know.
Reverse 3-0.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think part of that was maybe Coach not expecting the fact that my man went that alpha play today. He said, listen, I'm on that grind set mindset. I'm going to put the Terry. I want the money to work for me so I can make it look free. And Violent Kain, having that Terry kind of switch it up and make Coach Steve a little bit different with it. Forcing just maybe a possible, mental stack switch from Coach Steve. And now I think we're seeing a switch too from Coach Steve.
Yes.
Clean up Mai first.
Yeah, we're going to go with the Mai for that zoning gameplay, wanting to just keep Terry out. Go for the fireballs. There's no bar to start things off here for Terry, so it's not going to be as free to get not only the approach, but if you take a hit, you're not going to have to worry as much because it's only going to be off of a few. But one way to answer these jumping pressure is the fact that he's gotten away with 3 rising tackles. Coach has got to respect him on wake up.
Yeah, you got to put a little bit of respect on it, you know what I'm saying? Don't let my man wake up for free like that. Make him pay the toll, and it's in damage. Got to get it done, though. Again, using that EX bar to get some of that in-close pressure. Does get a jump-in situation. Again, no bar to cash out to really get those extensions. But Coach Steve does have this corner play today.
This is just simple, fundamental gameplay. You realize that you ain't got that pressure? Go ahead and go for fireballs. Run up on him, go for some pokes, back off. Because that's all he's got to do. Wait for the whiffs, wait for the punish. Because what has Terry got for this situation? He's got power wave, sure. But that's not going to be enough to be able to chase down the Mai. And that's what Coach is doing. But he gets grabbed. Now he's got a potential wake-up coverage, and he only takes a punch for it.
I like the call on the fireball. Obviously didn't get a big conversion, but some of these hops right there just add up in the life to put him good night. Again, no bar to get that extension. You see the damage is lacking. It's lacking. He's going with this annoying play right here today. Coach Steve, he's got to kill this character. This has been the money maker, the breadwinner.
Yeah, this matters so much. We're approaching 8. We got 8 seconds to go. Oh, but he got some hands here.
You really jumped, Coach. You really hopped on this man, and that hit's gonna land. Violent Kain.
Pure violence at that. He tried to wake up with the fireball to get the poke so we could get him to hit because it was coming down to the end. He decided to jump in and he took it. Now Violent Kain disrespecting all of Ralph. That's what you got to do. Guard cancel to get himself through. What does he do? Jump CD. No, instead gets caught by another rising tackle.
Back to neutral. Trying this nice and easy. And we'll seal the deal. There's a Terry off the deck. Now, we know that Terry's been doing the most work for Violent Kain so far, right? But, however, you do not discount a person that is of, the caliber of Violent Kain. Their Kyo going to come later on. The Rock, though, let's see how sturdy it is. But I'm worried about the Kyo later on. And this hit super strong. Check the red. Manzo's almost dead.
All I know is just never doubt the Howard. Just never doubt the Howard bloodline because you know they trying to cheat. They ain't trying to play fair, and that's what Rock is out here doing right now. He's finally got himself a good moveset in this game, and he's trying to break it, much like that guard crush, but no hit confirm off the guard crush. That's huge, but this pressure staying strong from Coach as he backs off smartly. You were getting mauled in the corner, get back to center stage.
See the Yamalia fallout here in King of Fighters. I'm telling you, it's either one or the other one. Get it done. Coach Steve trying to rip Violent King apart. Puts him in the corner, jump CD, threateningly. Getting into him for free. I get another guard crush. Doesn't get it confirmed. He's got to be watching out for that guard bar. It's so hard to see the flash at the top of the characters, or that bar. But you have to get that in your mind, because if you could find those conversions, that would have been it right there. That would have been the finish.
These two are playing like it's grand finals right now. We're seeing another potential time round. We're getting to 15 seconds. Both of them just planning to play as safe as possible. Catching him on the empty jump. Not moving out of the way. That guard pressure again. And he catches him finally on a hit. Ralph gets the job done. He's got multiple bars on deck. You could not have asked for a better position here for Coach to try and keep it going, minus the fact that it is the Kyo, the money maker, the best Kyo in the business. He's got to watch out for these anti-airs. When he's got one of his own, he's got the Shatter Strike, and that's the Ralph gone.
Shatter Strike to put him to good night after that super to seal it. Now, this is super sick, people. Game to game. Round to round, let's see what's gonna go down with the final characters. Kain needs this. He needs to win this to keep it going for his team. His team on his back like that to get the guap.
He's got to do everything possible to keep his team alive. Coach is gonna make that just that much harder as he catches out so much right now. Moves him to the corner. One more hit from him. He gets him on the cross up. That's 3 balls. That's max mode. That should be it. You close it out here.
That should be it.
Yes, you do. She's strutting on you. She out here looking like the queen she is as she goes ahead and gets that money to go ahead and get a little bit more jewelry to that collection, because she just sealed the deal for Team NY and gets the team content creators out of here. Shout out to the cameraman for putting in that work just as much as Dolores. Thank you so much. And that's Coach Steve, your winner of round number 3, and stopping another opportunity at a reverse 3-0.
My God, Coach Steve doing it big. And honestly, you go and you look at how their team has progressed, right? How they have had to claw their way up throughout the ranks, how they've had to get stronger and stronger, and they had to stay solid against a team that was warmed up after their first match like that with a 3-0 sweep. And some of these were 2-0, 2-0. And it came down to final round with Violent King and Coach Steve at the very end to get the win. And it ended up Coach Steve taking with a damn near perfect KO. There you go. Coach Steve moving on to grand finals to fight Team Justin Wong. Very well played for both teams, but man, oh man, y'all got to give some big love to Team MASH. Professional MASH, I should say.
Bro.
That's on them. They said that. You can't get mad at me, y'all.
Bro, I'm getting lightheaded, and I'm not even playing. Like, the stress level that they are putting everybody through right now watching these matches, this is the prime KOF action you're looking for. This is the best 1v1 setting you're looking for. In a 3v3 match at that, we are looking at these guys go back and forth, but it is coming down to the wire. These are not free-os, these are 3-0s, but they were hard fought at that. It has been super difficult to just nail that victory. We saw it with Team Jmcrofts, but the steam ended. That train had so much life left to go, but as we already know, out in NY, you're going to have a hard time trying to go ahead and get yourself going if you do not get off the correct train to move on to the next one, because you're about to spend a whole lot more money than you'd like to, and you're looking like your pocket's a little bit lower too, because you're going to take that 3rd place instead of 2nd. Guaranteed top 2 now. And the matchup, I think we kind of were all hoping to see with Team NY up against Team Justin Wong in the grand finals.
I mean, look at the scoreboard, how things have been rolling and flowing. It kind of makes sense, but got to give big props up to team, Jmcrofts, team content creators out here, proving that they're more than just content creators. They're doing the job, and they're doing a fantastic job of being killers. And once again, even though they lost and got 3rd place, they are the type of players that if you see in bracket, you got to watch out and, maybe get the hell out, you know what I'm saying? But this is the way the gauntlet has broken down. 3 on the side of Jmcrofts when they fought Team Kizzie Kay, and then Team Coach Steve 3-0 them to get that win. Now, we are in grand finals of Fight Night Lights Out. Team Justin Wong versus Team Coach Steve. I can't wait to see who's going to take it like that. I can't even call who's gonna win in the end, because this has been some sick action.
Bro, we were told to give our prediction of who would win the whole thing to start it off. And looking at that, man, with the way that Team Coach Steve just played, we got another prediction we got to throw once we get to that match, whenever we get to that match. But holy crap, was that impressive. I cannot stress enough that what we just saw out of not only Yurikov's consistency has been immaculate through and through. He's got himself a regional win. He's got himself extremely strong performances. Then Teiga coming through and getting that W against Diaphone, looking as good as he did, super strong at that as well. But then you look at what Coach just did. That, once again, looked like Coach has finally found his comfort spot, his footing in KOF, because he has always been good. But you know that as the early game starts, some people tend to take off a little bit more than others, but Coach is always going to get to you, whether he's at the start or not. This man is a workhorse. He studied the crap out of what he had to do, and he took out Violent Kain, basically the number 2 player right now, and he made it look good at that. That was clean. Cannot wait until we get to hear from him when we get to that. But also, real quick, again, we had a raid earlier from Kizzie. We got another raid from Diaphone. Thank you, Diaphone, for dropping in that 160 people. And all of you, I know you can hear it before, like we said. Thank you. Thank you for sitting here, watching as me and Cola lose our voices throughout all these weeks. But especially
I'm gonna get
today,
noise complaint.
Bro.
I'm doing a noise complaint, bro. They knocking on my door like, hey, yo, what are you doing? I'm watching some good ass King of Fighters. That's what I'm doing. That's what you should be doing too. And all you out there should definitely be turning up and telling everybody what's going on. I better see it on your Twitters, your Facebooks, your live shows, if that's a still thing. If it's not a thing, I don't know. In MySpace, who knows? Just spread out, shout it out, tell people what's going on. We got the best King of Fighters y'all gonna see right here. And before we move on for a bit, I don't mean to air out anything personal, but Yurikov, all I gotta say to you, bro, fantastic play today, but also I'm glad that you're still with us. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Much love to see you still with us, and fantastic play today. But overall, I've been happy to see all these players in general coming through. The ones that have lost, the ones that have won, and all y'all coming through, supporting this action, this game. I'm new to it. I wasn't a big King of Fighters fan before. I played the one previously to this, and Yamazaki, they kind of did his ass dirty. I didn't really like him in that game. So I'm hoping in this one he's good.
All I know is I got to abuse buttons with Mr. Karate at one point, and that was just the most fun I got to have with that. But this game, I'm loving it. I'm loving this new iteration of KOF 15. I'm really enjoying the uniqueness we're seeing out of teams. And yeah, of course, you can have your top tiers. You can have your big strengths. You got Fairnessa, you got Ralph, you got Terry running around. Terry kind of coming back a little bit, getting a little bit more humbled because people figured him out, but he still got the strength. But then you got the Gato who showed up too, and it's still... we're still seeing unique teams. We're seeing what Yurikov was able to do. Once again, hearts out to Yurikov in the chat. Like that Matenkun was so strong. We're seeing that Wong, which again, I appreciate you for that one. Thank you very much. But also, it's just so impressive to see what people are coming up with already. We're seeing the Kyo out of Violent Kain. We're seeing Reynald pick whatever the hell he feels like that week, and just so much other stuff. But also, we get to see the Mai, which we also get to hear from the man who pilots the Mai the best right now, Coach Steve.
Where you at, brother?
In a moment. And there he is. Let's go. Yeah, that sigh is worth it. That sigh definitely worth it.
He said,
I got my pop off out. I don't care. I am kind of nasty at this game. So now we just... The next step is here. It's time. We got to beat Justin and Reynald. Rome. It's time.
It's finals time, and like you said, you got that pop off out, and well deserved at that, because who knows what could have happened post that. Violent Kain getting woken up, you having to play that much harder to fight that out. That was a grand finals caliber set of that best of 3 we just watched. That's how insane it was. We were just talking about it before you hopped on.
Yurikov and Teiga held it down for me too, so
true.
They're playing out of their minds.
Like, I feel like, and this is from our perspective, but just to hear from you, I feel like you have finally found that true comfort footing in KOF, because I know you like this game a lot. That looked like prime you, what you were just doing a second ago.
Yeah, I'm playing different characters, but this is kind of home for me. Dolores was the missing piece. I was playing Mai in 14, playing Mai forever, and Ralph is just Steve, you know this is you. Like, don't cap. Just pick it.
Get
But like,
Bro,
it was
look,
really about like
when I
finding
see-
the missing piece, but actually sticking with it, and just like like just a little bit more work, and then I put a lot more work. So here we are.
I'm not gonna lie, whenever like you saying this is you, and then I just had the mental image of seeing Ralph do the spin, and then just seeing Grod also doing the spin, just jumping around. Like, it's definitely lighted up. I was super impressed. Cola, man, look, I've said a lot about it. Like, you call them team professional matches, but that was some really strong fundamental.
Nah, I had to tee up. I had to tee up.
Bro.
See, it's nothing wrong with mashing. I don't think there's anything wrong with mashing. Ain't nothing wrong with inherently mashing. All right, all I got for you is, because I know you want to get into the action. All I got for you is, not really a question. I just hope that you have fun playing, and you play your heart out, and you become a villain in this piece, because I definitely want to see you go off. I'm no sides or anything like that. I just want to see both sides go at the highest level, and know you will.
Listen, all I'm saying is the word villain is subjective. So whatever you hear from me after we win, that's out of my hands.
It's in God's hands. He
you
says,
know what?
Hey,
History is written by the winner, so that's gonna be on you to go ahead and get that. Because good luck on the next round. We're gonna get ready to get into finals in a second.
Yeah. I'm actually submitting my order right now. I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Good luck, y'all.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. And like you said, he has had all the guesses so far. He says he's 4 for 4 on his guesses, and the proof's there. Like, he's making it work. Even when on the weeks where he didn't get the dub, he's still making it work. In the previous week, where he fought against Justin Wong, he said Vanessa beat him. So that means he went into the lineup to try and figure it out. We're gonna see how he figures that out after a short break, because we're gonna get ready to get things started for final match of Fight Night Lights Out. As Cola said himself, Santa Cola, do not leave, because he will know. We'll be right back. No words can express how excited I am to say these words. It is time for grand finals of Fight Night Lights Out, week number 4. Everything that's been happening has led up to this moment where the 2 teams left will be fighting it out to see who gets the most out of $10,000 on the line. And we got the team who was able to get number 1 seed in Team Justin Wong versus the team that is out here to try and get the biggest upset. And the way that they looked the last round, it looks like they could. Team Coach Steve, I am Ajax, and I am once again here with Cola. Bro, we have had absolutely nothing but chaos, and it has been beautiful.
Yeah, it's been chaos, no calm. Team Justin Wong versus Team Coach Steve. Romulus up Reynald for Team Justin Wong, and then Team Coach Steve, Yurikov and Teiga. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. We have watched these cats put up their quarters, and now it's time to put the real guap on the line to see who's gonna stay fine. Let's get an interview with both these leaders right here. Looks like it's gonna be jwong and Teiga. Yo, you really gonna put toxic Teiga? Oh no, thank God. Oh thank God, it wasn't Teiga. It wasn't Teiga. It's Coach Steve and Justin
we gotta
Wong.
We gotta win first.
Hello.
Gonna win first. Gonna win first.
You're looking ahead of it, man. You're a little bit too far into the future. But now,
my fault.
speaking of into the future, we got one match left to go, and that is involving the 2 of your teams. Coach, you get the floor first. You just came off of an incredible set. You were able to shut down the potential of any comebacks, a 3-0. How are you feeling about your team going up here against Team Jwong, who did get you before, but do you think that's going to happen again
I'm
this
just,
time?
I'm just happy I get my run back. That's all I want. I just want my run back.
Yeah,
I'm ready this time, much more. So hopefully it shows in the result. I don't care if it's close. If I lose, I would still be upset. But yeah, like I need the result too.
All right. You had the floor. Justin Wong, you have been waiting. You have been watching. You have been observing everything that has been going on tonight. But now it's your turn to go up to bat because you earned this spot here as the number 1 seed.
You know, it's been very fun watching tonight. I think everyone played out of their minds tonight. And, you know, I was really impressed with Team New York, like that synergy. You know how Coach Steve, he likes to lurk in people's stream. I'd be lurking the streams too. You know, I was watching the sets last night with him and versus Teiga. But, you know, I could see that the improvement is there. They're one with a team. They even like do amazing job at like the offline tournaments, right? At like Bum's Birthday Bash. And then also just like any of the tri-state tournaments. So, you know, we're going to really try our best. Obviously, we do have Reynald. Reynald's going to carry us. You know what I mean? If I lose, you know, I lose. I suck. I'm old. But Reynald, that is the evil champ of 2022. You feel me?
I'm not taking that one, Jay. I'm not taking that one.
No. That's our excuse because as casters, we get to hold on to that. That's
you
our
get the
OS,
option select.
Okay?
That's your OS. I don't get the OS.
We're the only ones allowed to do that.
No, stop.
Absolutely not.
I can't get.
You know,
I can't
my
get the
OS is that I run tournaments. I don't play in them. So
you see, there you go. A tournament organizer versus a content creator. That's going to be round 2 of the match. So you know what I mean?
That's it, like that.
Oh, you already announcing? You're supposed to announce. What are you doing?
Look, man.
I'm so excited to see this match, but like I do want to ask you both. Like, how have you felt about this experience so far? All the way, you know, we've had week after week of these fights and things like that. How have y'all thought about how you fought? Like, how have you thought about your performance thus far? I'll let Coach Steve go first.
I actually love the way this was ran. I think it was very, very well done professionally, like behind the scenes, like all the matches been like really good. I think as far as my team goes, each and every week we're getting better and better and better and better. And this is the final week, so now, you know, this is it. It's time to show up.
Yeah. So I would say what's great about this format is that we're so used to only seeing, you know, 1v1 double elimination brackets. We don't get too many team events. And I think team events in general are like one of the most hypest things in the FGC because you get to see more passion, more pop-offs, you know, more just like just like for comrades to just kind of like get together and just cheer for each other. I really like that experience. So it's really awesome. So I hope to see more of these in general, like even if it's not King of Fighters or if it's another game. That I just like seeing team events because team events are pretty fun in general.
Yeah, and even like this format in particular, team events, it's like, you know, not one particular person can carry. Everybody had to play. Everybody had to play each other. And I thought that was like really something that was just really cool. Because like you can always depend on your best player. Like if it's like a Pokemon style format, it's like, oh, go ahead, do what you do. I'm gonna sit in the back and get my popcorn. But no, everybody actually had to pull their weight at some point, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get that critical attack, you know what I mean, for Pokemon, Ice Beam, Frozen, and then all that type of stuff.
Well, I think, honestly, like, that has been one of the most entertaining parts about it all, being able to see the teams come together. I mean, we saw Jmcrofts, who didn't take a single round all leading up to this, and then he gets a very clutch W to start the whole tournament off. And then having all this happen, all those words we already know for sure. Shout outs to Wisdom, who is putting this on. They're definitely listening to what you had to say. So I for sure hope to get to see this happen again. But we get to see it at least one more time, because it's time for you two to go to bat. We're going to get things started.
Jay.
Best of luck to both of
Good
you.
luck, man.
And Cola, it's our time. It is our time to talk. Once again, we got to deliberate. It's up to us to say words about who's going to win. Now, we started this whole thing off. Both of us predicted Team Justin Wong. We both did predict that. But I'm going to say it. I've switched. After watching that play from Team NY, after watching that play from Team Coach Steve, I am here. All right, looks like you have the same mindset. Look, all right, for one, part of this is also because Reynald trolled me so hard that I want to see the W come through. That man trolled me too damn hard. I still feel that. I had a hard time saying this whole week. But
Still thinking about it.
But this one right here, the way that team synergy was, the way Yurikov looked, the way that Teiga was able to get the dub, and the way that Coach looked like prime Coach Steve, I feel like they have a shot, and they're warmed up against the people who have been watching this whole time. Now, that doesn't take away from the fact that they still have Reynald. That is the best player in the game right now. And he could just get warmed up and take it all.
But that's only one player. That's
only
only
one
person.
Upset, baby. We here for the upset.
Yeah, I want to see something different. We'll have to see what's going to happen. Grand Finals, Team Justin Wong versus Team Coach Steve. Starting off with Rome himself in Toxic, Teiga, KOF, newly mantled by Mexico himself. Let's see what it do.
Chat, you could not have asked for a better turnout than what we're getting right now. Rome himself leading things off here for Team Justin Wong. Team Coach Steve sending in Teiga himself. But one thing that Rome did do previous week is look incredible himself. The Clarks have been showing up to package and seal and deliver. They've been delivering those W's. Right now having to deal with Robert, who probably bought all the packages himself with that money. He's going to spend it right now with that bar and get that damage on it.
Oh my God, Teiga packaging up Rome himself for a bit, making him look like the fragile type, getting him packed up softly. But there we go, switching position, so the jump in situation again. Hard for Clark to deal with those anti-airs right there. Hard for him to use those buttons. He doesn't really have the best anti-airs. No DP can come through for free with the jump ins.
That CD is so good just to check that approach from Clark, because you know that Rome is looking for the fireball. He wants to get the free jump in, so CD keeps him out. He gets the roll in though. He does get the opening, and he's got a bar, and he can definitely use it to go ahead and drop it, but it didn't matter because the resets are always intentional, and he gets the grab, and that gets rid of Robert.
The American droptables? Is that what's going on out here?
Every dropped combo is a potential reset. And if it works, you don't look stupid. So that's all that matters.
Yeah. And I like that positivity right here. And positively right now, Teiga has already lost the character but has full health. But Rome getting into him once again with this Clark situation. I'm telling y'all, look at the frame data for this character. He can definitely bless you in the neutral. And he's got some of the best meterless damage in the business. You gotta watch out for those hits to do it. Teiga gotta play that lane game, some of the fireballs, some of these jumper situations, as you see right here, the hops.
Oh, and there we go. Finally closes it out. And one thing I did like out of Rome is you saw how Rome was kind of trying to bait the rising tackle out of Rock. He went up to him and then backed off just to see how Teiga would behave in that spot. Now that he's got that data that he's pretty calm, he can go for safer pressure here with Ralph, which is exactly what you want. That's if you get the chance to, because you're going to go ahead and find yourself in the corner and see if you can get out of there, which he does with that guard cancel.
Once again, but this character is a lot harder to jump in on. Good conversion. Spinning the EX bar, double down with it. It backs a bit. Yeah, waiting for that DP situation. Make it nice and neutral. Save the Teiga. Letting him come to him to get the win. But the conversion into the super. I like this one. Spin that bar to go far. We spin to win out here. Safe jump. Back though.
That was really smart on Teiga. He expected him to go for the jump off of that, and he ends up beating him out before he can get a potential grab break. But that Never mind, not enough. He still has an opportunity. DP coming through, but does not connect on the second hit to be able to spend anything. The safe jump coming in with the grab. Does he go for it again? He baits out the rising tackle in 5D. Ends that for Rome. Teiga on his last character.
Yo, that was easy bait oven. Eating him up in the corner. Easily done. Rome getting one. Another character, I should say. But Teiga, we've seen the Andy get better week after week. You know, jump CD, really fantastic button for the character to come through. Side switch though.
You know,
Teiga.
I don't think you could have been more accurate with that easy bait oven because Ralph definitely could be played by all ages. This character only needs a 3-year-old to just go ahead and get a hold of the controller. He could be unplugged, it don't matter. But no OTG, waiting for a get up, and then trying to go for another jump, getting a little bit extra with trying to bait out an option from Teiga, who has gone for DP a couple times in that same spot with Andy. But now Andy has multiple times gotten him back in the game, and it has been specifically against this Dolores, which happened against Diaphone.
That's true. This is going to be difficult right here. Even though Rome has the lead in health, the bar to go far is on Teiga's side. Those jump ins and the movement that we've seen from Teiga shows that he understands the match like that. There's a lot of work that Rome has got to do, but he's got to find these conversions. You can get that fireball hit. You gotta have the right space and place to put it.
In this economy, you ain't trying to use that gas, but he's got a full tank. You better go ahead and make the full trip because you gotta go ahead and get in right now. Find your opening, gets counter hit. He does get poked away by Rome. Rome trying to keep his composure and not drop this.
Oh, too far out for that fireball. The whip DP, easily, Rome. Oh my God, no, not like this. Didn't find a finish, and the bar don't wake up DP again from Teiga. Toxicity.
He didn't cancel. He didn't cancel the climax off of the DP, so that gives Rome another chance. He still has 4 bars. He's trying to bait the teleport. He's trying to get anything he can out of Rome to try and move too quick.
Time winding down. 18 seconds, but the low Rome with the first game against Teiga.
He had, look, the in-game announcer also commentating with us. He couldn't have been more accurate. That was a nail biter. That was so close. And that's been the theme of every match we've had so far. Everybody has been putting their best foot forward. Everybody's been pulling out all the stops. You're not seeing people rush. You're not seeing people just mash buttons. You're seeing people actually play solid neutral, solid fundamentals, hanging out. Right. Once again, shouts to the cameraman. I'm a little late on it. I just noticed, Justin. I'm sorry. But that is beautiful. Now, what was I talking about? The match, or was I talking about the cameraman shot at the end? Who knows? But we're gonna get.
He's so confused, bewildered at the beauty. But yo, we gotta talk about the beauty of Rome's neutral. I gotta be honest with you. The way that Rome is playing right now is, again, someone who is a commentator, someone who is a longtime player and a supporter of the scene. A little bit of me roots for him just to get that win, but then again, Teiga was only a few steps away. Those DPs, the bad habits of Teiga to run those DPs, made him look a little free. Those conversions from Rome smoked him for it. He's got to go back to that style that we saw previously.
And there's not enough that can be said about the fact that this is the tone setter match. We've said it every other time, but you have Reynald waiting in the back. If you do not get these dubs early, you are now giving Reynald the chance to just have to win one match. So Teiga has to get back into this, which he is with the EX legs. Gonna go ahead and send him all the way over the corner, catch on to the DP. What's the mix? Catches him on the low, but he doesn't have the bar to spend, so he can't convert. He gets the throw. Gotta respect him on wake up, and he baits out the grab!
Take yourself back to the lab. Teiga knew where to stand. I like that. Right in that CD range. Wasn't strange to see him use the meaty fireball to find a finish right there. And Teiga, going back to the way we saw him play earlier in these sets, that's the way he's got to go, right? Back to that Shoto style that fits this game, not other games, but this game in particular. But the roll right there, though, Rome with the side switch and some punish.
Not too much about other games can prepare you for Ralph Gaming himself, though. This man is OD for many reasons. Not going for OTG, just trying to go for mix on wake up, trying to catch him pressing buttons.
The EX. A little bit of corner kick right there, the corpse run.
Like it.
Go back like that. I feel like if you roll, you just watch out for the CD a little bit, see if you can whip punish it. It does, take a little bit to recover, but Teiga, from some of that super. Adjust yourself.
So we already know, look, man, this credit score is looking good as he scores another hit. Not able enough, but he punishes the wake up TP. He had the magic pixel and he knew he wanted to use it. It's the scariest spot and he got the bait. And Teiga gets rid of the Ralph, which is huge. The Dolores did get him back into the game last time, but that was with one character piece, not a potential OCB.
Teiga really feeling himself. The DP and the jump in the low. To get the fireball, the blowback like that. Gets a combo. The fact that he gets a combo of such a faster CD is super sick with it. Gets the pickup. The DP. Teiga back in the driver's seat.
Always has positioning control, but right now he's got to deal with. There you go. Good job of winning it. He goes for it twice. He wants to command grab so bad, but he's not going to give it to him. He's going to go ahead and take some leg. Taste the bottom of my shoe. Don't feel nice? That's alligator skin. This man got the money for it, and he took out game number 2. Look at the man. That is a suave man.
My man had the alligator skin. My man bringing back the early 2000s with it to do it. Damn. Okay. But anyway, fantastic.
You see the hair on his head?
From Teiga.
You see the hair on his head?
Yeah.
This man definitely from the early 2000s. He
aged. But what a comeback from Teiga though. OCV with just the one character back to how he should be playing this game. We talk about it over and over again. You cannot play this like a typical fighter. It's a different type of game. The jump ins, the DPs, and things like that. You gotta do them right. And staying all right and keeping it tight is Teiga. Rome has to be very careful now.
Hey, quick call to Trap Lord Huey, who said this is not Teiga, this is Teiga OF. Teiga KOF. I gotta add one on. Remember, this is El Teiga KOF, because this man was nominated as a new committee member on the Mexican board, and we are seeing him do that right now with this Robert. He got that OCB, he got that damage, and a big part of that was how he consistently dealt with Clark on Wake Up, and it just kept going from that after that point. Speaking of Wake Up, you get dealt with too.
No, not like this. The jump back like that, the fade away and play off the low into the EX legs. Gets extinction with the DP, of course. But open up against again. Jumping situations are really dangerous, right?
Yeah, and he's staying, even after the jump-ins, he's not getting punished for it. So he keeps walking just out of distance where Clark can't actually get a safe punish. He's got to mostly just go for a hit. You stay out of command grab range, you're usually doing pretty good. He's trying to roll through, he's just trying to find one mix. Both of them play. This is good fundamental gameplay between the two of them right now. Not trying to get mixed up by anything. And he goes straight up for the grab, but he whiffs, but he finds the opening.
No anti-air. Oh, Teiga. The one time you should DP right there. That should have been it. The jump in, one more hit to do it. Rome looking for that CD or the 2D knockdown, but it's not gonna happen. Tatsu puts him down to the ground. Teiga stays up around.
Look, Teiga doesn't hit that roll, but El Teiga hits that roll. He saw it coming and he caught the punish, and now it's Ralph. Ralph got shut down by the Robert in the last game, mostly because of not only these CDs, but the great jobs of that right there. He shut down the jump-in game from Teiga, because if you could stop the jump CDs, you're in a good spot. EX legs, go ahead, send him right up to the corner, cash out to DP, chasing him down, getting him, pressing buttons on Wake Up, and he gets 2 openers.
Have to put him back to sleep. The payout on the DP to get a full punch. But I like the fact that he's awake and aware about the options that Rome wants to do. It's more about just the character. It's about the options that Rome himself, no pun connected, presents. But man, just came down with that raw to make him fall, to get that maul. Bro, he just did the dive punch. He just said,
he did a skydive without a parachute. Where he coming from? This man knew he would land safely by breaking it with an explosion on landings. I don't know who raised this kid, but I feel like the parents were going through a rough time. Right now, Rome gonna go ahead and take himself a whole punish, because speaking of bad parenting, we see who he was raised by, and it's not been too good for him. Verloc coming through, getting that KO right there, knocking out the Ralph. 2 characters on deck for El Teiga. Does the Dolores knock him out?
Again, the tone setter, as you had put it previously. Let's see who's going to get that win, that 2-1 situation. Teiga with more characters. Rome has to play this damn near perfectly. 2 for all for the last part of that conversion. Just those lows don't reach in that last bit to do it, but does have that bar. How are you going to spin to win? You have all this bar. You have to play not only perfectly, but spin the bar in the right sort of way. You get maybe 2 bars for a kill, another 2 bars, take down Andy. But that's like perfect conditions.
Exactly. Like, the biggest thing is you got to be careful with not trying to go for too many of the EX command grabs, because he went for it before. Save it for hit confirm, just like that, and spend as much as you need. Now you got to get 1 more hit confirm to close it out. He wants to save those 3 bars for Andy.
Oh no. Teiga with the pickup. Reset. Oh.
Go for the reset. Couldn't get anything out of it. But this is one-hit territory. This is one-hit territory right now for Rome to go down. He's got to make sure he doesn't get hit again, because if he does, that's going to mean Andy has one-hit territory. Don't know if this is going to be enough health to avoid a climax cancel as he gets to that third bar. He's only at 2, but he's just out of range. I think that might be enough to take it out if he gets that third bar. I'll hit confirm.
Ooh, there's the jump in off the backboard. Harlem Globetrotters and the super to seal it. Teiga, KOF, gonna take it over Rome in the first match of Grand Finals, setting 1 on the board for Team Coach Steve. Bro, Teiga.
El Teiga. Getting
El Teiga,
that
KOF.
W. El Teiga KOF, put some respect on that name, because, man, he put that respect where they needed it most. We saw Team Jmcrofts not able to get the follow-up W when they got a great one to start. But to start things off here against Team Justin Wong with a W, that takes away one less chance that you could potentially just get taken away by 1 round by Reynald. If Coach is able to get the run back against Justin Wong, which most of that was Fairnessa, the most balanced character in the game, with absolutely no issues whatsoever. Just good, fundamental, strong gameplay from a content creator himself.
Oh, excuse me.
That will matter so much, because that means Reynald's got to go for a 3-0 sweep.
Fairnessa? Oh my God, y'all making me sick with it. But this gameplay.
Look, I'm just saying, I'm wearing the red today in the name of Baynessa. That's all I'm saying. But like, look, that had absolutely nothing to do with that. It's just perfectly lined up. I was like, hey, yo, this chat's looking nice today. But
you know, I have seen some. I've seen some people definitely downplay the character on Twitter. I'm like, we know she's good. Get out of here with that. Well, I'll tell you one thing. It definitely takes a top level player to take her far. And that is definitely jwong, who is definitely stuck with it, committed with it. Definitely playing something different with it too. You typically think of jwong being more about like a lame sort of play, but never when it comes to the Fairnessa, as you like to put it. It's definitely something different with it, really aggressive, and it's hard to kind of read that kind of rhythm because he plays that character so differently than the other characters. But then again, Coach Steve, saw him turn up like volume, right? My man's has definitely had a play. We saw him switch it up a bit to take down Violent Kain, and again, it wouldn't be strange to see him take down Justin Wong. This is going to be a barn burner. I think it's going to go to the final game between the two. And as you said, it's going to take a lot, because I feel like Justin Wong needs to ride it back for his team. But Coach Steve knows that he's like, I gotta set the standard right here.
Yeah.
Go up the 2 and make Reynald sweat.
Exactly. You got to make it difficult for Reynald, because as great as he is, he can bleed. He can drop around. It absolutely can happen. So if you're able to take out jwong here, that sets the table that it's that much easier to potentially close it out. We've seen multiple, what we said, like they've been 3-0s, but they have been the most difficult 3-0s we've ever seen to get them in the first place, because it's always the clutch. Somebody clutches it out for that team. And I think this team format has provided that momentum to do it. And now, jokes aside, away from Fairnessa, we're actually going to talk real talk for a second here. Vanessa's ability to just control stage presence with the high-low mix-ups that jwong is just exemplifying better than a lot of Vanessa's already. He doesn't always go for 2B. He's not always going for like the free fast low. And that's jwong we're talking about. This man is always swinging lows, but he keeps conditioning people into fear because of his jump in pressure. It's so good because of that jump CD. And even in the corner, he's just jumping with jump A or jump D and just making you feel like, what can I do? Like, I don't know what I could do here. And then you get cooked for it. That is going to matter so much if Coach can't figure that out. We could see a replication of the last match, but right now, I feel like, you know, Gato and Ralph are worse, and they deserve nerfs more so than Vanessa. So if we could focus on that.
Whoa, hold on now. How many Gatos are winning? Never mind, don't answer that. That's okay. He's fair. He's fair. Gato's fair.
Cola, go take a look at your PayPal real quick. I think you might have gotten something from me a second ago.
Oh, yeah, Fairnessa. Wow.
Yeah.
She's really good, but she's not as good as the top tiers out here. But it seems top tier out here in this match like that. The captains going at it. Justin Wong versus Coach Steve. And we just heard from Coach Steve saying with the run back like that, Blissey's going to get clapped like that because Justin Wong, long-time competitor as well. And as you pointed out, just doing something different with Vanessa. And he's putting Bay in front today. Bay's going in front. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's the character that's just been putting in that work, man. That Vanessa is just so overwhelming. Justin Wong's pressure up close has just been absurd. But you have to respect Ralph. You can't just rush down Ralph. It's not going to work. But one thing that Justin Wong does probably better than I think any other Vanessa I've seen so far is that he knows how to actually dash out of safe pressure. Like, when excuse me, not safe pressure, at the end of a block string. Right there. You see how he always repositions himself to react to an option? Because you're not in a safe spot because Vanessa's going to run up on you, which is exactly what we're seeing right now.
Jump CD once again, off the lows, waited for the guard roll, but didn't get the hit, but did make him send some bar. That's going to be good. The sweep off the feet with the EX, didn't get the full conversion once again, the corner situation. Justin Wong, he knows what the moneymakers are with the buttons, the jump CDs and things like that. It might be a wrap like that. It could be over. The sweep off the feet again. The DP though. No! Wakes up in time to stay fine. Justin Wong.
That is the fear that you have to deal with out of Vanessa. The pressure that she has, but the speed, the frame data of those jabs at all times. It's just, you have to respect it. Even with things like 5D, even with that DP, even with the damage that Ralph has, it doesn't matter because now Dolores is dealing with the brunt of what you couldn't get rid of with the Ralph.
The reset pressure, guard cancel, put him back in the corner though. Side switch with it, but again, the aggression from Justin Wong. He's just so good about reading what other players want. That's that long time, years upon years of just being a legend of fighting games. Would be straight to see him land that hit, and that'll do it. The super, another character down. Another round.
My goodness. We're looking at what is basically to say what happened with the last time these two ran into each other. Switching it up with the Ralph at the front has been such a good option, but the Vanessa is borderline untouched. The play that we're seeing from Justin has been insane, but now we're seeing another one on the Bay category trying to get the that fireball is so good at guaranteeing locking people down, especially someone who wants to run back up on you who has two characters like that, or three, excuse me.
Jump CD. Oh my God, look at that. The jump CD, guard cancel, I like that. Finally finding a way out of this pressure in the corner, but again, swinging bar to do that is unfortunate for a character that needs that bar for the damage, for the access to her better tools. And now you're resorting to go back to that lane play where Justin loves to live.
Yeah, just keep it simple. No, don't try to overextend, but the dive is going to come through. Now you're in a good spot here with Elizabeth because you have the Fireball Maniac. That is she's so good at keeping you in a spot where you feel very annoyed with trying to approach, and then she laughs at you for trying to actually approach in the first place after you get spun on. But with Elizabeth, you have that. You get to say no, and now you got to actually fight me up close.
The reflect. Amazon delivery. You get this for free. Goes it back, and that's going to be a big pain point for a character. Nice conversion into the super. Justin Wong not spinning all the bar just yet. Wants that last hit to connect, and that'll do it. Justin Wong, Sapman, all the red. You're definitely dead. And that's the first wrong one for Justin Wong. First one. I can't even keep silent as Justin Wong is just playing too ridiculous with it.
You tried so hard to get first Wong one out so hard. You just could not get it. All right.
I'm in there. Yeah.
I got no analysis. I'm just gonna try to say first Wong won 3 times in a row. First Wong won, but actually I can't do it either. So first Justin Wong. Wait, see, I almost said Wong won too. Okay, so Justin Wong gets game number 1 with the strong play from Vanessa. Jorpan actually Casanova in the chat, the producer himself, asking, hey, everybody else has been required to play 3 characters. Why is Justin Wong only playing with 1? That's pretty much all we've been seeing is this Vanessa. And we finally got to see the Elizabeth show up, but the Dolores is barely not there. We don't even get to thank the cameraman. But it's just, now we're going to see the switch up here to the Mai off the point, using the fireball game, using the fundamentals of good spacing and controlling the neutral with that to try and shut down Vanessa. Problem is though, that don't really work against Vanessa because you jump too many times, you get uppercut.
You know, the anti-air 2, having 2C also be a fantastic anti-air is really good. But I feel like Coach Steve, we see the switch up before, putting the Mai in point, using some of the bar and also using her as a little bit of a battery. This is looking a little bit different than we saw.
Oh, actually, this is really good. Okay, that's a great reversal throw, shutting down the pressure. Now you got to deal with it. But wake up kicks, getting out of there. This is actually looking extremely good so far. I like that. I love that actually. Use the bar to get out of the corner. It doesn't matter if it hits.
Yeah.
You get positioning.
Oh, my man's positioning his fist to face though. Corner place, don't let up, and there we go, the slide. Gets it confirmed, and now Justin Wong down a character. That's real good, the switch up once again. We saw Coach C talk about how he had been playing this character for years after years in previous games, and now you're seeing the work ethic of a character that you've had in the bag. But now, time for Elizabeth, the pain point for Mai.
Cole, you know what's so funny about that first round with those two? That looked like when I play against my 10-year-old cousin who in Smash, just smashing the R button and rolling everywhere. This is exactly how roll. That's exactly how Mai got out of there. We keep rolling. Ah! It's just now coming in with the fireballs, trying to bait out on any of these reflects. And there's the dive. You can reflect all you want, but eventually I get this hit there. And he was talking about the trustworthiness of Mai since KOF 14. It's working. It might go down here, but it's definitely looking way better here in the second round.
No answer right there with the low though. Clips him, and that'll do it. That's 2-2 right here. Justin Wong, you know, we didn't even get to see the fireball play, but that looks to me like Coach Steve is acclimating, delivering a little bit better against the projectiles. Now we got the Ralph Gaming, Far D gameplay today. We have to deal with the fireballs in the way. You see Justin Wong with that zoning play, back that lame style that you've definitely known him for.
And that's the thing with having that lame style, that zoning style that he's had for years. We've seen it across multiple characters. He knows how to bait approach. He knows how to get people to overextend because you think the fireball's coming. That's what you have to watch out for, and that's what we're seeing Coach not get reckless. He's going for a couple jump CDs, but then he backs off because he's trying to get one mistake out of jwong, who is now finally pushing forward.
Back in a second, a little bit of health. The EX connects. The DP gets the answer right there. Jump CD. Look at that. You did all that jump CD on me before with Vanessa. Let me throw you a little bit with the Ralph. Meaty fireball. Guard cancel you out of there. The trade definitely in favor of Ralph and Coach Steve fighting back like that. Coach Steve.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt like that was one of those guard cancels that everybody in the room knew was coming, including jwong, and then he felt like there ain't no way he actually gonna do it because everybody knows, right? And he still did it. He got out of there. But speaking of getting out of there, you got out of here too. She dug you back up out the ground and let everybody see the open casket split apart. What a funeral runner right there. But we get the Dolores mirror match here. This is really important. Coach has a really good Dolores. We haven't been able to see much of Justin Wong's Dolores because it's mostly just been the Vanessa. And so far, it's looking like Coach has got the lead and looking comfortable at it.
Absolutely. Can Coach seal it right here? Once again, needs one more to not go down. But the quick max, that might be the round. Sink him. Ooh.
Shut it down.
Pick up, put him in sarcophagus. Prove that esophagus. Dang. Coach Steve.
You could not have done a better option. Run up, guarantee the chip. Don't even try to make a mistake. Don't even let that happen. That is the first time, I think so far, that we've actually seen Justin Wong as well bleed. I don't know if jwong has actually dropped a round that I can remember across this tournament, because he had the 2-0 against Jmcrofts to start it off. He had the 2-0 against Coach Steve, and I can't remember the other match that he played, but 1-1. Here again. Every single match has been going to game number 3, and it's because of the Mai switch, and we don't see a switch from jwong trying to answer a potential switch. Coach gets the Mai back out. Does that Mai do the same thing this time around, or does Vanessa get the steamroll again? Cola, I don't know, man. I am an analysis through and through. I got nothing for these beatdowns we've been seeing.
Bro, I don't either. This is unclear to see who's gonna win right here. Coach Steve with the switch up though, you know, sticking with the Mai, which has been definitely doing a lot of work. It's been hard for Justin Wong to kind of keep this character down because of the chase out situation. But here we go. As soon as I say that though, runs the EX connects, jump CD, the extension, the corner carry. From the bar like Build-A-Bear up there.
And you're right, getting that bar as well on the side of Coach now. With one bar, you have the ability to at least work your way out of the corner, but you don't really want to spend too much right now. You want to try and save it if you can. But working his way out because of that wake-up buttons he did before, Coach just trying to bait an uppercut. He wants really badly for them to overextend. There you go, that's some damage.
That's quite a bit. Meaty fireball to lock him down a bit. Again, meaty fireball situation. Hard to find a way out of this station. That is the corner play today. The pickup.
Go for another restand mix
Don't let him get going.
Coming in with the jump CD.
Off the
Gonna
low.
get caught by the 2B. And that's gonna end Mai's career right there. But a lot of damage on the Vanessa. However, Mai gonna exit the building. Stage left.
Damn, all that work. All that work did take down quite a bit of health. But, man, if you want that wealth, you want to kill the character. Coach C coming with the Ralph. Gonna be Ralph Gaming. Gonna be punching the drywall. Drinking energy drinks right here. Doing it different.
All you need is just one hit, one mistake, one whip. But Justin Wong is going to catch you for doing one yourself. Now he gets the corner, jump CD to put him in the corner. What's the mix? Goes for the overhead, takes another hit. That's going to work himself enough meter to keep this damage so much is chunked right now.
Up CD again, meaty with it. The chase on the roll, finds a conversion, doesn't find the last hit to do it for the Oh, but still, on his wake up, go back to sleep. It's bedtime, and now Justin Wong with looking at another OCV, trying to make it look free.
Going all the way back up to half health, and just started things off with the uppercut. Just not even caring. It's like I got three characters. Why not? Why not go for this? Now the rush down pressure, you got to watch out for how often you do that. The blocks from jwong not getting caught by Dolores.
Nice fireball, didn't get the conversion. You see the problem with the character. You have to have the right space in place, and some of these conversions are a little bit wary. They gotta be scary. Scared, I should say, of a character like Vanessa. Once she gets in, it's gonna be the win, and that's gonna be it. Justin Wong, doesn't even need a super, and he's gonna take down Coach Steve.
We finally get to see the very first time so far tonight that it is on 1-1 apiece on both teams. It has been 3-0 into 3-0, but each of those 3-0s have required some of the most stressful sets we have seen. But jwong stopping the run back here, the 2-1 that could have gone in favor to Coach. If he got rid of that Vanessa again with that Mai, I think we might have seen Coach take it. But now Reynald, if he gets a W here against Yurikov, they only need one. And the way that Justin Wong is playing too, you can send either one of them up to bat and they might take it. It might not be Reynald carrying. It could be either one of them. We got to see a huge clutch factor here from Yurikov to keep them in it.
Man, oh man, this is important. So either person that wins obviously going to have the edge in the end, but then you need one more to get that win. So you can't send out the same player twice. But let's stick with this match like that. We got Reynald going up against Yurikov. Yurikov doing something different. I've seen Reynald play a lot of characters, right? I've seen, especially when the game had first dropped, literally hitting random select on the first couple of days, playing everybody and just testing out all the characters and smoking them too. Yeah. However, Yurikov still is running these characters that I don't think I've seen too many people play, especially at a high level. It's only been today that I've seen, this team being run is even someone like Reynald, who's an Evo champion, ready to get the job done. Can he stay alive and thrive against, Luong with the cross-ups and things like that off the Geki? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
You talk about uniqueness. This is the most unique we're probably going to see amongst two teams so far. Like, when it comes to Reynald, we saw a standard team at the start, and then we saw the Cronin come out, and we're like, okay, let's hype up the Cronin. If y'all could see my player stat list of what I have for what people play, I changed Reynolds to question mark because he played Yashiro last week. So who knows what he's going to pull out this week. But Yurikov as well, like you said, nobody's playing Metenkun at this level. Nobody's really, there's a couple of Luongs, and there's definitely Elizabeths. But we're going to see the return of the Shermie. That's what we saw week 1, and she disappeared. That was the one who just decided to grab from the other side of the screen and make you really frustrated. But that Joe is someone who has never left. If there has been a problem for anyone, it's getting through Joe. Reynald has just completely shown everybody who, at the start, a lot of people looked at Joe and said, he's good, but I don't know. And then 2 days, 3 days in, Reynald's like, wait, pay close attention. I got you. This character's damage output is absurd. This character's fireball game is solid, and he's got great poke game. We saw 5D checks repeatedly, and he's got great walks to the corner. Let's see if some Metenkun can go ahead and get some lunges and get some damage going here. Yurikov's got to clutch it out.
If there's one person that understands, maybe if they don't understand the entirety of the characters, things like that, having labbed out a lot, is definitely Reynald. But again, I'm not sure how much he spent against the Metenkun. Like, how many times he's played a good one like this. And the zoning play right here today has been really good for Yurikov. Look at that pressure. You see Reynald just down back in a bit, down bad for the down back.
All that time waiting just long enough, changing the jump in timing, because the first time he went for a short hop to try and go for a pressure on wake up, and he got DP. That time he full hop to with a longer jump to get it. And we've seen 3 DPs out of Yurikov so far. Reynald's starting to respect him a lot more, and he's getting free punishes, so we see jump CD get the mark that he needed.
All right, Reynald, the first game was not free though. Then we saw him bleed. And I like the fact that, you know, the Zordon game was starting to work out a little bit, just have to put it together. Yuri now putting up Elizabeth, can blow back like that with the fireballs. So Reynald's gonna have to do a little bit more of the close range pressure, you know, that mid-screen kind of things too as well.
And I don't think I think one of the scariest things about fighting Reynald is there's never an opening after a block string. He just doesn't let you have one. You have to earn your neutral win. And you have to earn this mix because you got caught on your toes. You were looking up a little bit too much at this man's giant arms while you should have been paying attention to his long legs. He getting caught.
Bro,
he got the damage. He's got these. This could lead to a stun string. If he doesn't drop it, this might be over.
Bro, he built up all that bar in the sequence. Bro, he's building up bar in his combo. Where did he find that bar? Where was that bar?
SNK,
yo, SNK, please! SNK, please!
SNK, look away!
SNK, please!
SNK,
let this man play!
SNK, look away real quick.
Oh my God!
Just look away real quick because I also play Joe, so look away. So now,
hey yo,
here comes the Luong.
I'm a Joe player.
Hey, look, if you
I'm
weren't
a Joe player now.
If you weren't a Joe player before, you better be now, because that man just showed you exactly what Joe can do. We about to see an OCB coming in from Reynald. Maybe not. We got to see that pressure coming through. She's got the range to check him, or look, Joe just slid right in. Just no effort whatsoever. Just go ahead and get these grabs. He keeps getting wake-ups for free, too.
In the super, is this gonna seal it? Not enough to do it. One touch, stay immediate with the fireball, get annoying with the EX, and you've put to rest with the, not even the super, just blessed by the winds. And that's the end. Yo, Reynald, I cannot believe he hit that super, and that was probably mental, that was emotional damage. That wasn't mental damage, that was emotional damage.
Emotional damage, yes. 100%. That's what Reynald do to you, especially what he gonna do to us if we did Coach Steve. Though, actually, you know what? Even if they win, and we had picked Team Justin Wong, Reynald still would have trolled me. So at the end of the day,
true.
I'm still a winner here by going against him. No, I'm not. But we maximum copium right now. Reynald.
Maximum copium.
Bro, that Joe is disgusting. And if you weren't paying attention to Joe before, you need to now. I mean, you should be. Also, you need to pay attention to that screen again because, for one, we didn't even get to see anything out of any other characters. But the Cronin is showed back up. The Shermie is just chilling. She's just vibing out there, just doing her thing. And we're seeing the switch to Elizabeth at the start. Good answer to dealing with the fireball game. Not so great answer to dealing with the jump in pressure. I think that was the problem with the second time through. You got to figure it out if you want to get the W.
That's true. Gotta find some spacing. But Reynald makes it really difficult, right? We definitely see him just playing these weird ranges every so often in the fireballs. He's, again, one to not take that off the table. Does find the low, though, conversion. Yurikov still trying to play as solid as possible. Nice punish on the slide. Damage denied. With the raw DP, uncooked, unseasoned, but full of flavor from Reynald.
Oh, this man, nah, he's been letting these DPs marinate. Like, he's been getting every single one of them off, and they are flavorful because everybody's eating them. Everybody's like, yo, that looked delicious. Let me just go ahead and
let me get one of those.
I'm gonna get seconds. I'm not gonna respect it.
We'll get to the plate.
Oh my God, we gotta jump into plenty too. It's dessert time. He's got him for you. All right, there you go, the baits. That's exactly what you gotta watch out for as Elizabeth. You know Reynald's gonna try and bait you into that, and he's got plenty to spend. He's actually not even gonna spend anything at all. Never mind. He's just gonna go for the trades. 5D gonna take it out.
Ooh, Reynald. Oh my God. Is he gonna, as the chat would say, Joe CV, another team, another person, and get that win? Another one on the board for Justin Wong?
You know, we were talking about how like, this whole team apparently has only been playing with one character apiece. And that's just not fair. They're out here playing a different game than everybody else. Right now, Luong trying to play the game at all. Because I like the mix-ups, all the cross-up, not getting hit.
But still gets a side switch, and that's fantastic for him. Anti right there. Yurikov trying to hit him with the switch-ups over these throws. And these conversions, though, and the super trying to kill Joe. And hopefully make this man bleed a little bit, because that'll do it. Now we're 2-2.
If you wanted to deal with the strong legs, you got to go ahead and get a strong pair of legs like that as well. You got to go ahead and get them kicks, baby. Now, Cronin, 6A. That's pretty much the end of that statement. 6A. You have to, also, you have to watch out for the overheads and the stop. He will do it. He'll keep doing it.
Oh my God.
Keep doing it. Don't think he won't. Bro,
yo, DP's his super. You're kidding me.
You
really just DP'd his super.
And
My
you just
God.
got him with the D version of the cross. We talked about that. That slashes overhead. If anybody doesn't know, because you don't fight Cronin much, the light version, the B version, is not an overhead. He is out here just literally playing with his food. I don't know what else to say. I want to see Yurikov make the adjustments. I really do, because I love seeing people level up. But right now, this, like, David and Goliath, look, man, Goliath got guns. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, he out here with cannons while David just like, why'd you give me a spear? It's like, good luck.
This is nothing. This is, well, who am I supposed to fight with? Just hit the eyes. Hit the eyes, though. Got him caught in the corner. Hold on now. You're leveling up. 99, baby.
Oh,
wakes up the EXDP. The bait. Easy bait oven. And the EXDP.
Ooh.
Anti-air right there.
Ooh,
Tycoon.
Every single game has gone down to game 3. Are we seeing another one? You got to deal with Shermie. She's out here. Look at her thriving over there. She's just doing her thing. And you got to watch out for these jump-ins. You got to watch out for the EX command grab at some point soon, too.
There's a grip. Side switch. Don't let him get the conversions going and flowing. The damage that could definitely come from this character. Ridiculous. We out of there. The thrust. The tech. EXDP connects.
These EXDPs are on point. Oh, multiple lows. Keeping them stuck. Oh, doesn't get the guard cancel. Gets grabbed. Oh, this is extremely close, but Tenkun can definitely do it. Keep rolling. Yes, sir. We out here, the finest bakery in the morning. He out here trying to get them bagels from Jersey over to NY. By this transit, can he get him coming in over the top?
Off the low. Oh, no. You get the pickup. Oh, my God. Reynald did not get the damn pick up. But that's it. Yurikov coming back from the brink. Y'all thought it was going to be free, but you see my boy Yurikov. Yurikov with the NyQuil on the fist. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Y'all thought it was over? Because it's Reynald? Oh, that was going to be... Let me get the sleeping men up in the chat like that. Come on now. Let me see the sleeping men up in the chat like that. Okay, I can't even keep up with my height. Damn.
I love every single second of what we are going through right now. We have gotten a game 3 every single round of this tournament. This entire week 4, every game has gone to game 3. Every single game has been down to the wire, and we are seeing what could be a man bleeding. We're going to see an answer to the Elizabeth switch coming in with the Cronin off the start, not trying to deal with that anti-fireball game that was kind of going on there with the last one. Does Reynald actually drop a game? Does Reynald actually lose a round here to Yurikov, who is coming through clutch for Team NY?
And you know what that means? They're going to go up that game. And then you really get down to the nitty gritty, you know what I'm saying? And this will be real big for Coach Steve.
And on the other side, I just noticed the Gato has come out as well. The Gato being an answer to Tenkun. You want to try and space me out? You want to zone me? Well, I'm going to play up close and personal with you the whole time.
There's
that 6A. You got to respect it.
Nasty, nasty, but and the corner carry, even on block. Punch the roll, but only a little bit, though. Could have been a lot more. The jumps, though, no anti right there, because, you know, his DP is a little bit weird in terms of the angle. Oh, stomp him a bit. Overhead.
You keep going for it again, but now you see him trying to mix it up a little bit with the lows. Speaking of the lows, go ahead and catch out that super. Definitely get that damage on. Blocking the low again. He went for it last time, but you are not jumping out of here. Elizabeth has incredible anti-air pressure. Look. Oh, my God. Good block. Gets out of the grab, but he's taking so much chip damage right now.
The punish? That should we have to seal the double DP. My mom said I can have 2. I'm through with you. Reynald with the first one with the Cronin, but it was not an easy feat. And I don't think it's going to be an OCV. I'm going to be real with you. Yurikov been playing too hot with it.
Absolutely not. And like you said, 2 scoops better than 1. You got to watch out for the double up pressure that we have seen out of Reynald all day long. Actually, all of this entire series long. He has no issue at all with doing the same option twice in a row because he'll just mix you for it. Super cancel, get that damage. You got hit on OTG as well. You got to watch out for the low. He's getting cooked right now. Wong's got to get out of the corner.
Does so. Uses some bar to go far. Off the low, the EX, off the backboard. Does he get the super? He's got to be able to seal it to make up for that big drop. You do not want to go out this round with no bar going down. The air-to-air right there, Reynald. Look at the 6A. The punch, the pull back like that, Yurikov.
Perfectly timed CD with that range. Them legs, they reach, baby. They found the mark, and we get a character down, and we have Wong ready to work. But you gotta put in some work here against this Joe. She has the range to do it. She can check him as well, but you gotta watch out for the fireball pressure.
True. Able to do anti-air, the bait. Typical fireball play right there. Classic with the throw the fireball. Anti-air, nice and free, nice and easy. The jump back, you'll never take that trade because you're still in the lead of health and the conversions to seal it. Reynald putting Yurikov on the final character, but the Matinku has been doing work. The 9-to-5 plus overtime has been in the hands of this character.
That overtime coming in clutch. You need that for that paycheck if you want to go ahead and get yourself a little bit of extra something. Well, you got to make it work once again. Reynald not going to fall for it twice as we're seeing him actually defeat these fireballs on Wake Up Now. Before it was the DPs, now it's the fireballs. He's got the bar. He's got the ability to do it.
Not again.
Drop it.
Not like this. Ajax, not like this. Not like he's pulling a bar, okay? Gets us done. I think this might be done. We're seeing a rerun. I think the help is it may be too much. Here's the EX, the pickup. Yo, let him drop. Yo, let him play today. Not gonna die. One touch to survive the meaty fireball. What can Yurikov do? Look at this abuse, this harassment. This harassment. Reynald taking down Yurikov. That was ridiculous. That was sick with it. Call a dot.
SNK. Stop looking away. Look real close. Look real close right now. I can't even cap anymore. The ending of all that, after getting like 90%-ish from that, then you got to deal with the safe wake-up pressure because he built bar to guarantee that Oki is free. You have to actually take all that chip. You got to actually deal with all that damage, and you just got to hold that. There's literally nothing you can do because you try to roll out, cute. You try to jump out, cute. You try to do anything else out, oh well, because you're going to take that L. That is 2 games up on Justin Wong right now over Team Coach Steve. But we have finally reached the point where we have got a to be determined section.
Ooh.
The team actually has to figure out who they're going to send in to go up next because we haven't reached this point yet, Cola. Everybody's been 3-0. We finally got to this point. I feel like they're sending Reynald back in. After what we just saw, you absolutely do not sit off of Reynald. You send him right back in. But what is Coach's answer gonna be?
Man. Well, first of all, I gotta say is, Reynald, you ever hit me with that in a match? Like I said before, I will sue you, bro. I'll take this out of the game. I'll sue you.
We ain't swinging IRL. I'm actually suing you for emotional damage, property damage.
Thank you.
Litigation
coming
you
for you.
You took my house. You took the car. Somehow stopped.
Yeah, we go. I'm taking everything from you.
I lost visitation rights. Like, what happened? Like, don't you ever do that to me in real life?
Ever again in your life.
Now
that come up again. But who do you set up? If you have Coach Steve, right? You have Coach Steve, his team. Overall, I think you set up Steve. I think you just set up the team captain to do it.
I think you do too.
You agree? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Because not only Yurikov played extremely well, but at the end there, you want to lead probably with your ace. Actually, no, I didn't really have ace. They're well rounded. So for Coach, you almost want to put yourself on the line, but it's matchup dependent. Think about this for a second. You have really good checks, but it depends on if you actually call out the switches from Reynald in the first place with Yurikov's team. That Elizabeth was a good answer to Joe, but he answered that game 3 by switching to Cronin. So when it comes to Steve's team, you have the Ralph, you have the Mai, and you have access to the Dolores. The Mai would do really good in terms of poking back at Joe, but it comes down to who breaks first and who catches the whiffed fireball. That's the problem with that. And then with the Ralph, if you make that mistake and you go Ralph against Joe, you can definitely knock out the Joe, but you're going to have to work really hard to get it. And look, you don't even need meter. This man is the whole battery whole package. He out here with Tesla stocks. He is thriving because Joe just doesn't care. He's going to the moon and we can't stop him.
Going to the moon. It's really hard to stop someone like a top tier out here in terms of all the players. Both the players, all the players on these teams have been top tier and get the top tier action for what might possibly be the finale. This might be it. If Reynald takes it, it's a wrap like that. The other team finally takes one. They're going to even things out, and then we go down to the nitty gritty. But I feel like if your team Justin Wong, you send out Reynald, you that's your strongest competitor, and you try to end it as fast as possible. However, team coach Steve, you know,
we
it
have
could be any of
confirmation
those
on
three. Who is it going to be?
It's going to be Yurikov. They're sending Yurikov back in.
Wow.
I feel like this makes sense because the matchups do line up better. And also, Yurikov, you just went down, but it wasn't undoable. You're warmed up. You understand what just happened to you. So even though Reynald got the W, you're coming back in off of understanding what happened. Now, will that guaranteed work? Who knows? It's hard to say. It's not guaranteed. But what you do know is how the pressure from Joe is. But what you haven't seen yet is the Gato on point. The Gato on point is not going to come out. We don't see the Shermie there either. We see the Cronin, which was a good answer to the Elizabeth. We see the Matenkun up front. This time he decided to go up front with it. This is going to be a whole game of trying to pinpoint which character needs to go where as we get into the next round. The fourth round of the night. To see who go ahead and if we see an elimination or if we see Team Coach Steve put themselves back and get it to a game 5.
They need it like that, right? They definitely need to stay in the game, get that top spot. For Reynald with the Gato. Let's see if this is big to do it. You know, I think it's a fantastic point character. Neutral, once you figure it out, can definitely dish out the damage. You only need one bar to put them in the red. And they almost dead. Put in the corner. Now we want to be. You have the DP though. If you're Matenkun, you have to run the charge like that. Neutral zones can get blown up. Jump CD, puts it down to the ground. Baits it out. Easy bait of it.
That was the follow-up I was a little worried about after the DP statement. Was the fact that in the previous round, there were many DPs that happened. We just witnessed murder live on screen. That your neck is behind, your whole head just went full. You are now like a nightlife because you are joining the owls looking behind you like that. I don't even know what else to say. That crack sounded disgusting. Also, don't do that to May. Anyway, so right now, we trying to play. Yurikov not having much of a fun time at that because this is the first time we've seen the Gato show up, and this is definitely the best Gato that we see right now.
Yeah, fantastic confirm right there. Jump CD once again, over and over again, putting the pressure on Yurikov. Not much he can really do. That's to hold the pressure. We haven't seen the mix come through. He needs that throw situation to set up the Geki. We haven't seen it. EX whipping. Yo, my man got hit. Still be pressing.
He is swinging. He is swinging out of hit stun. He is Master Society, and that one was sending a message. Like, you snap next, I do him too. He's not done it once. If we know anything about Reynald, he's 100% gonna try and get this last kill with that same exact throw. So if you're Yurikov, you gotta be thinking about that because he 100% will try to do it.
What's that emotional damage? You know, that's a real thing in fighting games. When you kind of disrespect your opponent in a match like that, that can put them down on the ground. But someone like Yurikov's been, you know, champion of many games. This is not the last time, but it's strange to see the hit. Last hit to do it. That is a dead Elizabeth and Reynald up one sitting on game tournament point for this exhibition.
Reynolds,
this is execution.
Yeah, no, we are get the gallows ready. We're gonna get the axes, and we're about to drop it. We're about to hit him with everything. Actually, matter of fact, the way that Reynald's playing is about to be. The guillotine's gonna drop. The axes are gonna come through. The spear, the
quick team,
death by arrows, and an explosion's gonna go off. Throw everything at him and the kitchen sink. It don't matter. He switched it up to the Gato to mess with the fact that they decided to bring Yurikov out because he got that warm up against the Joe and the Cronin. You, however, didn't get the warm up against the Gato, and that switch to Matenkun at the start on paper looked good, and it could definitely work. But he was getting baited on the wake up EXDPs because he got away with them so much in that previous match. Could be the final match of the whole series here, Cola, as we get into game number 4. Reynald is up 1 game.
Let's see if he can get going with the pressure, or if Yurikov can stop this approach and give us more. See what's in store. The air-to-air right there with the anti-air, I should say, with the fireball. I like the zoning play, but all it takes is this character to build up some bar. He can't find a way through, but the bar used from Yurikov for the EXTP. So about to defeat the trade. Yo, the thrust again. Yo, hold on now. Yuri about to send Gato to the stands. That last hit lays, no!
missed out on the whip punish on the DP, and that's gonna give him a huge punish right there, and just go ahead and give him a corner position as well. That is an enormous drop.
Should have found the finish, but the thrust. Now put it on Mush, yo, good stuff right there. Yuri taking down a big Pain character, but then you say that about Gado, then you got to worry about the Joe and the Cronin that would be doing the duty.
Look, Mitenkun, you've been sleeping, but it's time to wake up because currently a tornado is coming through and it is not fun for you at all. You got to deal with this Joe. Joe coming in, trying to get that damage on Cola. How are you feeling? Does the potential feel like it could be there? Yurikov's got to play real careful. I
don't see big comeback factors from this character, but you know, Yurikov definitely proves something different when it comes to these characters that he's been using, right? Like ones that are lower tier and mid tier, have been doing a lot of work. He's got to play careful with the air to air right there, and against air. The DP comes through for free and falls up against the fireball with a jump in situation. Now it's Wong who has gotten got. Can't run the mix to do it because the DPs, the cross-up situations that Reynald puts on, you don't get to see the power of that character.
Yeah, you got to be extremely careful here. You were able to get a lot of check spacing. You have the length. You have the ability. You great normals, not only with the lows, but just standing normals with Wong. But you have to deal with them same normal length coming in from Joe, who now has a bar max mode and a dream. But you did get out with the guard cancel. That's enormous. And now you run for a second. Do not try to challenge Joe. Wait till it ends. There you go.
Yeah, let that quick max run out like that. You know, let that run down a bit. Don't get hit. And now Yurikov's time to shine transfer on the EX. Yo, bro, I see that. I'm running like a horror movie. Oh no, but you can't escape. It's after the credits. He's coming for the kill.
Coming in with the chip and another jump in CD. He keeps getting away with those so often because you just got to respect it. That is such a good jump in. And we're looking at what could be elimination, what could be the victory, what could be the biggest piece of the $10,000 going to Team Justin Wong if he ends this Elizabeth right now.
Oh man, if he does this in the way that we have seen before with the Joe, it might be, I might quit. I might quit my commentary duties and walk away today. But here's the EX play, the corner send situation, spinning all that EX bar. One good conversion will seal it. Reynald with the throw. One more touch to do it, the tech to stay alive and thrive. Off the low, the quick max like that. Can Yurikov come back from the brink? One DP, look at Reynald. He knows he needs one touch to seal it.
He's running up on him. Yurikov's got to be careful. And he gets
but the last hit to do it.
To close it
Team
out.
Justin Wong gonna take this exhibition. Reynald, the Evo champ, another champ. A fight night, lights out. Put him to sleep.
And exactly that with the Joe all the way through. He changed his character so many times, but that Joe has always been the money maker, and that money looking real nice right now. We see the first time a 3-1 happened, but it goes to Team Justin Wong. It's the team that we predicted at the very beginning. I wanted to see the upset happen, but no cap whatsoever, no heart, nothing to say other than incredible play. Justin Wong himself looking incredible with that Vanessa. Rome, all of these weeks, absolutely leveling up every single time, but just the strength of Reynald, his ability to be consistent, Evo champ, the best player in KOF right now, and he is continuously proving it each time and time again. And he's going to be able to prove it to people more often because he's got a good amount of money coming to him. That's even more money going to flight so he can take even more tournaments because right now this man is the man to beat in King of Fighters 15.
My heart. Fantastic action.
God.
Yo, my neighbors are so mad right now. I can hear them stomping angrily, being like, clunk, clunk, clunk. It's like it's 10:24 on a Friday. Hold that forever. As now we are gonna see Reynolds' team hold the lion's share, that top spot. I should say Reynolds' team because my man put in a ton of work and won it in the end. That first place situation, 4,000 split up between those three members, bro. Y'all, Reynald, Justin, Rome, y'all can lend me a little bit of that scrap like that. You know what I'm saying? My PayPal, you know what I'm saying? But
that's what I'm saying. Like, look, y'all just want a $1,600 money match. That's all I'm saying. Look, I have been to Ruth Chris in a little while, and I'm down for some, lobster mac and cheese. So look, I'm just saying we could just pretend that y'all never heard anything we said. And I'm just kidding. No, I ain't going down like that. Great job. I'll hold that L. I decided to switch it up because I wanted to support Team NY, but an L we gotta hold for sure because these guys came through as absolute champions. Jwong preventing the run back from Coach. in an incredible way. And we get to hear him right now about that play. As a matter of fact, we get to hear from the man himself, the content creator. Remember, this is just a casual. This is just a casual out here winning this tournament. How do you sneak through and get that W?
I need to ask you guys a question, both of you. Right?
Oh no,
bro!
I don't know if I want to hear it, but we'll hear it.
Why do you guys keep doubting our team? I feel like every week you just be like, "Yeah, I don't like."
That's not true.
I'm going for that.
That's not true.
I mean,
That's not true.
That's not true.
You switched tonight. You guys switched tonight. You guys turned cold
tonight.
on
It's
me.
only
I
night.
have no idea what you're talking about.
You guys turned cold on me. No. I saw it.
No.
The bot is there. You know what I mean? You better tell Wisdom to delete the VODs, but you know the evidence is there.
What production doesn't know is that I found all of the access to their passwords, so I'm nuking the bot as soon as we're done with this. But no, real talk. We're gonna absolutely hold that L. Like honestly, you were talking about before the play that Team NY had, it looked good, but it was not enough. You not even Reynald aside, man. You have possibly, I think, the best Vanessa in the game right now. Like that's not cap. I think that you have the best Vanessa in the game right now. Like
casual Vanessas are very dangerous. I mean, what can I say? Just do light uppers, press buttons. You can't even see her normals. I mean, I completely agree. I do think Vanessa's maybe the best character in the game, and I hope SNK doesn't nerf Vanessa. But yeah,
clip that. Don't clip that part.
No. Okay, I want you to say instead, Joe is the best character in the game because that man just got a 90% free stun string and then free Oki for absolutely nothing because he built the bar. So, who's the best character in the game?
Oh no, I mean Joe's up there too, but we can't nerf Joe. We can't nerf Joe because I need Reynald to win Evo, right? So we gotta keep that careful.
Also, that would nerf my team actually.
Yeah. You know what's the crazy part about so we're in a group DMs and stuff, and we're talking we're talking the private stuff, and what Reynald said? I was like, oh yeah, like if you lose match 4, you get to play again, and he said there is no game 5. That's the new tagline. That should be his new tagline, bro.
There is no honestly,
you know what?
God.
Look, all right. Okay. For new Evo applications for us, by the way, for comms, I'm putting specifically, I want to be able to deliver the line of there is no game 5 because I feel like we should be able to cash that out. One of the two of us got to be able to cash that out, bro.
That's the tagline, bro. I was like, damn. That's okay. Fire. I mean, he's confident, right? You could tell that he's confident in his gameplay. He's confident with his words. But overall, like Reynald, Rome, and myself, we played really good these 4 weeks, and everyone else played also good as well. But I feel like we kind of cheesed them out. I mean, I definitely cheesed everybody out for sure, 100%.
Part of it. I saw some rush down in there, Justin. Let's let you change up. I mean,
a little bit. I do want to ask though. You feel me?
Oh yeah, that's true. Ugh, that was a bad time. Anyway, now I want to ask one thing though. Like, how did you stay solid through all these weeks? Y'all were definitely the top spot for damn near ever. How did you keep up your practice, your play alongside your team? How did y'all keep up at that top shelf level?
I mean, I think for just knowing from Rome and Reynald, they play they're commentating the events, they're playing the events. Reynald's playing all the NOBCs, right? Every Friday during this event as well too. And it's one of those things that this game is super fun. For me, this is my favorite modern fighting game right now. I think in 2022, King of Fighters 15 is the best fighting game of the year personally. That's what I believe. Just because the neutral, the combos, the actions, the interactions, it's great. So when it comes down to these offline tournaments with international players, I am super excited to just watch everything go down because the competition is going to be fierce. And this is the game I think a lot of people really just don't really pay attention to, but they should, right? Finally, SNK made a game with great, amazing net code. And I mean, I really hope to see King of Fighters 15 stay in terms of as a top fighting game right now.
You answered my question before I could ask it because I wanted to ask you what your opinion of KOF 15 was and how do you see it in the future. But I mean, if anybody's watching this and just listen to what he said, all jokes aside about the whole casual thing, you're one of the greatest of all time. You are literally one of the greatest of all time. And when we talk about FGC, so that is a huge statement. And I think that this game is going it's definitely a sleeper off the start. I feel like people weren't really paying attention to it as much. But what we're seeing now, what we're seeing out of Reynald, what we saw out of you, and what we're going to see out of a lot of other competitors, people need to open their eyes at Texas Showdown, at Combo Breaker, CEO, everything. I think this is going to be a show stealer. Before we get ready to close things out, do you have any shout outs to anything you want to say to your team, to anybody else before, like your fans, anybody who's listening about what you have to say before we get ready to shut things down?
I mean, obviously, shout outs to Rome, shout outs to Reynald. You know, we've been having just a lot of fun just talking in the chat. So really shout outs to my team. If we did run it back, obviously the champions should keep the same team. You feel me? But other than that, shout outs to Wisdom. I mean, they put on this like amazing event. It's also very different because it's a team event as well. It's not just like a regular, you know, exhibition or regular 8-man invitational. So there was a lot of just kind of like great synergy across the board from just everybody. Even you see like Team NYC, they just like kept leveling up, right? Team Jmcrofts, the content creator, right? The content creator. And he probably thought that he probably wasn't going to win a single game, but he finally got a single game, right? And then Team Kizzie Kay, they also played very good, but obviously when it comes down to it, everyone else is just, you know, fierce. They're trying to win. They're trying to play very sweaty. You know, I might have played sweaty as me versus Coach Steve. You know, the fact that he you know, he laid me out with I had to play more sweaty, bro. So I had to bring it out a little bit.
Well, honestly, I think that was one of my favorite parts about all of this, because not only was I able to do this with Cola, be able to have a lot of fun, be able to bring this entertainment, but we got to do it while watching you guys improve every week. The chemistry that was built, the importance of the lineup, the ability to want to believe in someone that you don't get every time in a double elimination bracket when you're doing it by yourself. You have your friends, but you get rivals as the bracket goes on. But here, you got to build that up and work together. And you did work together to get that, as you take number 1 for the first iteration of Fight Night Lights Out. Enjoy that money, enjoy that W, and enjoy this night. I'm so glad that you guys got to participate in this as well as everybody else. We'll be talking to more of you later, I am for sure. And hopefully we get more of these.
Yep. And shout outs to the cameraman. Peace.
Absolutely. Best person in the whole business, by the way. Most important person entirely to the entirety of this game. And also, speaking of important people, we're going to open up the floor real quick. I got to say something. I got to talk about this real quick because it's something you mentioned before we hopped on, and you already know what we're going to talk about here. Everybody, we could not have done this without the support of Wisdom. But we also have to remember that we need to support and remember the people who set the foundation for this stuff in the first place. I'm not going to go too heavy into it, but we know what happened this past week. And I want you to go ahead and message and thank your TOs. Thank the people who put on the show in the first place, because without them, the people who run production, without the people who run things behind the scenes, we don't get to be here. We don't get to be where we are right now without that support. So hit up Spooky, tell him how much you appreciate him. Hit up Tong, tell him how much you appreciate Tampa Never Sleeps. Hit up Valle and tell him how much you appreciate Wednesday Night Fights. Everybody, because without that, they don't know exactly how much we care. Because without them, I never get to travel the world, talk about video games. I never get to meet Cola. I never get to talk to you all about this insane stuff we have here, man.
That you ain't lying. Hell, right now, y'all should be definitely hitting up Wisdom, giving them a lot of love. This is their first introduction to the FGC, and there is nothing I like better in my world than seeing people get to see firsthand why our scene is so sick, why we are so passionate about fighting games, and why we love what we love, and see them enjoy it, see the production crew enjoy it, seeing people outside that maybe have not introduced me to King of Fighters or fighting games, be like, yo, this is some sick stuff. Like that's the stuff that I work for, that you work for, that all the commentators, the players, people in the scene work for. So make sure y'all give a lot of love for Wisdom to actually give a shot to the King of Fighters scene, to us, and to y'all out there and the players. To coming in, this is a big deal. Y'all don't understand. We are usually used to seeing a lot of stuff like we get stuff in the FGC, the TOs and stuff like that, and the production crews are usually in the FGC. That's great, but seeing more people come outside the scene and say, "Yo, what's going on over there in the FGC?" That is really cool. So please give love to Wisdom for putting this on. I know I've had a lot of fun every single week. I've loved this. Has definitely been great in some trying times. I want to give some personal love and respect out to the whole Wisdom crew and all you playing too.
Absolutely. And speaking of the people who played, we're going to take one more look at that final bracket that happened through this weekend. You can take a look at how insane the competition was, and you may not believe it from those 3-0s, but if you go back and watch the VODs, which you can check out on the Wisdom Gaming channel on YouTube, which they will definitely be there, you'll see exactly how insane those matches were. Everything was hard fought. Every single round. Every round went to game 3, other than I think the very last one possibly with the Gato. But either way, That's insane that we got to see that. And again, one more big shout out, one more big appreciation to Wisdom Gaming. Make sure you go and show them some love on Twitter and such, because remember, negativity will get you some Twitter likes, but positivity will boost you lifetime friendships. And we're going to hopefully build a very big friendship here with Wisdom for future Fight Night Lights Out. Cola, it's been amazing. I got to open up the show and I got to talk about things, but there's no one better to be able to send us off for the first iteration of Fight Night Lights Out. Floor is yours, man.
You know, all I'm going to say is this. I love fighting games. Y'all love fighting games. Let's keep loving this stuff together. Let's keep bringing that energy, that passion later on. And also, let's keep bringing that love to people like Wisdom once again, to those above, bringing us this heat every single week. I want to see more. My camera can't even keep up. Bro, I'm so hyped with it, but I got to give it good night. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, whether you're a player, viewer, commentator, or on production too as well. We love you all. Peace and love. Stay solid.